106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome to the Klein Show on a Thursday. We got a good one planned for you today. I don't know what I'm more excited about. I was just remembering all the things we have in store for you. Forget about prizes for a second. Allie spent her afternoon with everyone's favorite neighbor, Ray Heppelspulz.
It's Ray Heppenstall, and even asked me, do you think Klein will ever pronounce my name correctly? And I said, there's no chance. But it is helping me remember his name.
If I do
hearing
say
you F it up
correctly, it'll be an accidental thing, and I hope I never do because nothing makes me happier.
Name butcher, you'll never pronounce it right,
Ray
even by accident.
Allie did a duet, and I don't know if we're going to get the finished product today.
The finished product is ready. I don't know if you can handle it.
Wow.
Is it a sexy duet? Like, are you guys going back and forth, all kind of like looking all googie gaga at each other's eyes?
Omar, we're going back and forth, and it's called "Gimme Your Love."
Based on the picture.
Stop.
It's out.
Oh my God!
And
it's out already?
Well, it's out when I put it out.
Oh, okay. I thought because he throws his stuff on the YouTube, so
It's not on YouTube yet. He had the session guy. The session guy sent me the track.
Did a sesh?
Yeah, after our sesh, which I'm pretty sure he paid top dollar for.
It's
like a nice studio and everything.
Based on the picture I saw of you guys, I thought the song was going to be called Ivory and More Ivory. Because it's like two very white people sitting together that performed. And I don't know if that was taken before or after you sang your song.
That was before.
But, man, it is. I mean, I'm going to tell you, when you look at these classic shots of KROQ, bands in the studio, put in those long hours. Or Omar was talking about that doc you got me into where all the biggest musicians got together to perform We Are the World or whatever. Mm-hmm. This is kind of one of those shots. Grizzled, old.
Yeah.
Allie standing next to her neighbor, Ray.
Well, you know what's interesting is Ray is an original. He's not just doing cover songs. He is writing 100% original music. And we heard about him on the Nextdoor app when we were doing Meet the Neighbors. And he writes songs about the environment. And he makes music videos. And he said that there's no plans yet to make a music video for our duet. But if I have an idea to dangle in front of him, maybe he'll, I think that he pays for all of this out of pocket. And he, the guy that we recorded with, records with Tom Selleck all the time, he said.
Tom Selleck.
What the hell? Are you serious?
That was his name drop. Yeah, he was like,
big.
who lives right down the street. It's Tom Selleck. He comes over here all the time to record stuff. I was like, oh my God, I love all of this.
So world premiering new music today. Allie and her real life neighbor, Ray, who you've heard many times on the show. We got that. Jake returned to the pawn shop because he was trying to buy back the Pez that he feels like he got ripped off that he sold to them last time.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Lots to give you today. Weezer Intimate Show on Friday. We will get you into that. Of course, lift tickets coming up every single hour. If you'd like to join us from Klein Alley Snow Ditch Day happening tomorrow at Snow Summit. Can't believe we're almost already there.
I know.
And a bunch of other stuff. King's tickets for you as well. I know we've had this discussion before, and I think we even talked to an expert, but what percentage of the traffic rules do you follow when you're driving into here at between the hours of 4 a.m. and 5 a.m.?
Broke so many laws on the way here this morning. It was extra law breaky.
Once you start, I think you start thinking to yourself, why would I start following the rules now?
Well,
I'm already way over the speed limit. I'm already kind of choosing these red lights or kind of like stop signs.
Well, but at this time of the morning, it's always kind of, I feel like it's just suggested, because there's nobody on the road.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Wild West. I mean, in the morning, I always think of it as from my driveway to the freeway, it's a free-for-all. Because that's the street that I take every single morning, and there's not a lot of people on the street. It's there's no cops around usually. There's a bunch of stop signs. I don't even slow down.
Oh, really? You blow through them?
Nope.
Are they four-way stops or just the two-ways?
They're tours.
Wait, you don't
tours.
slow down, though? Really?
I can see. I can see.
It's one of those that it's a wide kind of view.
I can see enough, yeah.
Oh my God.
To just blow right through it. And I'm going probably 10 or 20 miles over the speed limit.
What would you say,
Wow.
the question for everyone, but what would you say is the number one, quote, rule of the road that you break the most consistent?
Stopping completely.
So you never do a full stop?
No. Even the ones right around the corner here on Hauser, I don't stop at those either.
I do feel like once we get within 3 blocks of the building, that's also a...
Yes, it's like the closest to home and the closest to work are all the laws that I break.
Yeah, especially if you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then those
In all
laws
the
really
years
don't
that I've
matter.
driven to this building, though, I almost hit one of those fancy joggers that's out there at 4 in the morning who would take everybody off. And he wasn't wearing, most of those dudes are wearing all the reflective gear. This guy was not. He was dressed all in black and almost hit him.
I feel like the joggers...
That's legal, too,
that are
at
out
that time.
in all black. Yeah, you can run over at least 4 joggers a morning.
Especially if you have to go to the bathroom.
It does feel like the joggers that are in all black, they don't even have that, because a lot of them have that, at least something on them.
It's like a super FU to you.
Right, it also feels like they have a death wish.
Yeah, or just I'm going to risk it.
Yeah, for them it's more dangerous?
Yeah.
Or they just rob somebody.
That's possible, too.
Yeah, maybe. Are you sure that guy didn't just
I should
rob
have hit him. Maybe he was robbing somebody.
He would have been a hero. Omar, what is the rule that you, obviously there's also
the number one rule is probably speeding, but I never stop at anything, for sure. It's always the California rule for me.
But is your speed, do you go always 10 over, always 15 over, or do you just go...
It's more like 10, I'm not a speed demon like Allie.
That's nothing.
Allie... Didn't you get pulled over for going 100 or something in a 60?
No. Well, when I was younger, yes, but I think I hit 92 on the way here at some point.
Wow. 92 this morning?
Yeah, and I was I should slow down.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
just trying to get there, and it's a long drive. So I just want to get there as soon as I can, and if there's somebody in my way, I will just kind of
It's also in this newer car, the newer car. When you drive faster, it doesn't feel like you're driving faster.
Exactly. And I've always had crappy cars, so I've always been very aware when I'm speeding.
I must be going over 30 and shaking.
This is the first time that I'm like, oh man, I can't. I'm going fast and I don't realize it.
Jake, what is the number one rule you break?
Oh, there's a road right down the street here where there's a left turn. It's a left turn arrow, and it's always red, and everything else is green, and I always blow through it. I'm not the only one. There's everyone who's a regular just goes right through this red arrow. It's nothing.
It is annoying when there's an unspoken rule, like you're at an intersection, and everyone knows how the locals handle it, and then one person in the front is playing by the rules, and you want to tell them hey, this is a suggestive
amateur.
Red turn
this is not going to turn green anytime soon.
And people are honking at this person. This person's going, I can't figure out what to do because I am following the rules of the road here. I am doing what it says.
Why are they so mad at me?
Because there's 3 I hit on the way here.
562 said my number one law that I break in the morning is that I drive in the carpool lane. My windows are tinted enough that I feel like it's not a big deal.
I agree. I don't even think that would be enforced. Yeah, that's it. The person knows they're doing it. You do get a feeling, though, if you get away with something, because there is a red light around here. And we talked to someone from KNX, I believe, and they told us that if the light is aggressively red for a long time, you can put your hazards on.
Yeah, that's what I do to that one light.
And then roll through the light.
Yes, because...
To let everyone know, I'm aware this light is here.
But...
I'm not drunk.
I'm taking matters into my own hands because this light is not working properly, essentially.
But based on your own estimation.
Yes, but you would have a case there. If a cop pulled you over for running that light, you could say, officer, I was waiting at this light for an insanely long amount of time, and I decided that I was going to proceed safely with my warning lights on and take matters into my own hands.
Because in the middle of the night when you do that driving and you do try to obey the rules, and sometimes you sit at a light, it goes through the full cycle, and you're like, here comes my green, and then somehow it skips that cycle.
Yeah,
and it just
or
goes
when the walking symbol then goes to the hand and then back to the walking. I'm like, why are you back to the walking? There's no one walking here.
At that point, you just go, that's it. I'm going rogue here.
Yeah, that's us over the robots, man.
So anyway, I think we've all accepted the fact that if you get pulled over for something, before 7 a.m., you could just say, I heard some idiots on the radio say it was okay.
Yeah, but if you're one of those idiots who follows the laws, come on, get with the program.
Yeah, get with it. Quick break. Back in a moment. $100 up for grabs. Allie's money. It can be yours. You want in? Call us now. 800-520-1067. That is next, KROQ.
Klein, Alley,
Klein, Alley Show. KROQ, the world famous KROQ.
$100 cash about to be yours. Is Allie feeling up for the challenge? 5 questions all about what's been going on in the world. Every morning around this time, we turn whatever day it is into a possible payday for you, listening, playing along, or better yet, on the phones right now at 800-520-1067.
She doesn't flush her number ones, and Gwen Stefani said, ew. Let's find out if Allie knows the news.
I couldn't.
a broken toilet.
The hottest chicks wrestling in oil interview.
Shut up, you. Just shut up.
I came back to bite you.
Behind the scenes, Klein's very upset that he's becoming the oil wrestling guy.
Yeah, he was like, I don't really like this. You know, it was like just a casual joke about how I love whores when I don't. And then now there's bring me a hoe.
I don't like it.
I love oil. And
Father of 2 young daughters.
I love every part of it.
I know you do. Yesterday, we met someone that really wanted to take on Allie, and we said, call back tomorrow, and if you do, we'll give you the opportunity to play for $100. And on the phone right now is Harambe. Welcome back to KROQ.
Hey, how's it going?
You feeling smart?
Yes.
I got 5 questions here. Allie will answer
All
the
right.
same ones as you, but first she's going to sequester herself in a studio far, far away. Allie's out of here. Harambe, I hope you win. $100 on a Thrifty Thursday is always extra sweet. And there she goes, which means your round of Allie Knows the News starts right now.
Allie knows the news.
This former NFL quarterback is going to be joining the NBC Olympic coverage team. Who did they officially announce that they're bringing with them to Paris for the Olympics?
Tom Brady.
Question number 2. Today is March 14th, also known as what?
Don't know.
Question number 3. More than 100 of these are unfortunately about to be laid off in Anaheim. What was their
Teachers.
Teachers. Go to question number 4. Congress divided, although voting to potentially ban or at least force this social media platform to be divested.
TikTok.
And finally, this dating app now is rethinking who can make the first move, which was originally their big point of differentiation. Which dating app is rethinking everything?
What's it called? Single person.
Single what now?
Single person?
Single person. That's a great dating app that I'm unaware of. Are you big on the dating apps, Harambe?
No, not really.
Got it. You in a relationship or are you just old-fashioned in real life?
I'm married.
Married.
Yeah, I'm married.
Nice. Good for you. Not really. Should not have been your answer. It should have been no. But okay, let's bring Allie back in. Here she is, back in the studio. Say nothing else. Allie, you're battling for $100 of your own money. Up
All
for
right.
grabs every morning.
I've been on a hot streak.
You have been. You have not paid the people in some time. Question number 1. This NFL quarterback has just been announced to be joining the NBC Olympic coverage team.
It's got to be Tom Brady.
That's what he said as well. But I think Tom Brady, if I'm not mistaken, had signed a big
he's
deal
with
with Fox.
Right.
So that was a stupid guess. It is none other than Peyton Manning.
I was going to say
Peyton Manning. He's the other one they go with. No one gets the point on that. We go to question number 2. Today is 3/14, also March 14th, also known by what? What is today known as?
Pi Day?
Pi Day. Never heard that one before, Harambe? Hey, Harambe?
Yeah.
Hello. You ever heard of Pi Day before?
No, I'm just. Oh, actually, I heard you yesterday, but I forgot.
It is Pi Day. Allie gets the point on that one. We go to question number 3. Allie's up 1-0. More than 100 of these are about to be laid off in Anaheim, unfortunately.
Oh, teachers.
He said that as well. Both of you get the point.
I think they're doing it in Pasadena, too.
We got to. You think they're like the real, like good teachers, or like those extra ones, the substitutes, whatever?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, but I think in the Pasadena one, they were like thinking of getting rid of all the special ed teachers. I was like, I don't think
man.
they should do that.
That's
I think
like-
we need those.
They're like real life heroes right
Yeah.
there. All right, so you both get the point now. Allie's still up 1 with 2 questions left. He said that as well. Question number 4. Congress divided over potentially banning or forcing this social media platform to divest.
Oh, TikTok.
He said that as well on the board. And I think the vote was in favor, at least yesterday, of them saying, "Yeah,
The House passed it,
Yeah,
yeah.
we gotta
Senate is
make
now
this
there.
illegal." Now we go to the final question. Allie's still up 1. This dating app is now rethinking who can make the first move, which was originally their point of differentiation.
Bumble.
He said single people. Allie said Bumble. That's the one. Well, Harambe, you put in an effort, but Allie's winning streak continues. She puts her $100 back in her pocket, and what must you shamefully admit over the airways of KROQ? Go ahead.
This is Erwin from SLA, and Ali knows the news.
There you go. Thanks for playing.
Klein.
Alley Show. Klein Alley Show. 106.7 FM. KROQ.
This is scary. And it could affect any one of you, but especially if you are in the category that would self-identify as Millennial or Gen Z, which covers a lot of us.
Yeah, well,
Covers all of us, I believe, and maybe covers a good majority of the people listening right now. If you're past that, you still can be freaked out by this. And if you're before that, think of this as a warning.
Interesting.
And it will affect probably all of us.
Well, there's also there's millennials and Gen Z, but there's also different groupings of millennials because that's a
Zennial and all that crap.
Yeah.
But this covers, I mean, it's a pretty wide, that covers a pretty wide group of people.
Well, I think like millennials are 1980 to like 1995 or 6.
Right.
And then
And then
1996 to...
Get Gen Z.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, and this is according to doctors now. There is serious concern about all of us turning into hunchbacks.
Oh, man. This is my era.
This is time for Allie to shine. Trendsetter yet again.
I'm going to be the hot hunchback.
Dude,
It has
Klein,
to.
this is the only thing you need. You need a hunchback, and you look exactly like that guy from Notre Dame.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
you can like
Thanks.
live in a church for free.
Thank you,
can get all
Omar.
the closet space you want.
Yeah, ring that bell, dude.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
You're all set, dude. This is the only thing missing.
But it won't be just me because we're all going to have hunchbacks together. And once we all have hunchbacks, that then is the cool thing. And
But you'll have the hunchiest back.
Maybe I will. Thank you, Jake. You guys are making me feel good.
You're going to be king of the hunchbacks.
Chiropractors are noticing that there is a huge uptick in the fact of people coming in with hunched over backs, bended spines, etc. as a result of, guess what?
Well, phone.
Mobile
Yeah.
device. The way that we are always constantly
We're
looking
supposed to get
down.
horns first.
I thought so too, Omar.
That's the other thing. I thought we were getting an extra finger or...
I thought we
Oh,
were
that's
getting
right.
bigger thumbs. Like
Bigger
our thumbs were
thumbs.
going to be
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah, like I was cool with bigger thumbs because I was like, that could you just hide that in a glove or something
But
if
was
it's all freaky.
The horn was going to be on top of our heads, or it was going to be growing out of our
I think
neck.
out of our neck.
Yeah,
that's
like the
what I
nape of your
remember.
neck, right?
Well,
Yeah.
the horn out of the neck, I believe, is to help support our back because it's all jacked up because we're constantly looking down at our phones.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's and part of our argument for the people that have already switched over to the new Apple goggles or whatever is that will allow them now to stand more upright because they'll be looking ahead at all times as opposed to looking down. And most of us do that, even if it's subconscious. You think hours a day. I mean, look, everyone.
I mean,
can
I
go-
hunch over my my laptop.
we're
too.
hunching
it's not
over
even just phones.
everything.
It's everything.
And I think that was part of the reason the standing desk craze took off for a while. And I think that all of us hear things that it's not good for your eyes, it's not good for your sleep, and we go, yeah, whatever. But now all of a sudden, if we're about to become hunchbacks, I feel like then people are going to start listening.
Yeah, but then I saw this thing on Instagram where they can fix it.
Oh, they can fix the hunch?
Yeah, because they have like a little thing that you can buy on Instagram, and they put it in the middle of your back, and it'll like shock you. And
So
make
every time
stand
you
up
start
straight.
to bend over, you get an electrical current?
You get an electrical current that'll make you stand up straight. So it's
but you have to
okay.
get shocked all day.
Dude,
How
that's
many
not
times?
that for Johnny.
Guys, our phones will fix it.
No, Allie. It's quite the opposite. The worst thing is happening. It says young people are turning into old, hunched-over, elderly people already. And if you were to look at X-rays, this is according to a couple of different chiropractors they talked to, you would not be able to tell the difference in the X-ray between one of those, those hunched-over old people that kind of shuffle around. You see them every once in a while. They'll hold
Oh
them like
man, sometimes you see one that's like completely like horizontal to the
that. Yeah,
ground.
I had a neighbor one time, Mr. Houlihan. And I always thought Mr. Houlihan was looking for car keys. And I went over a few
Yeah,
times to help
that's
this
like
guy.
how they walk?
Yeah, and I'd be
Upright.
like, what did we drop today? And he's like, this is how I walk. And I was like, all right, if you need me. And then like the next day, I'd be like, I think Mr. Houlihan lost a contact. I'm going to go over there and help him. And the poor guy was completely at a 90-degree angle, he bent, complete bent. That's old people. And
Well,
he didn't
then
have
they'll
the phone.
have to change everything, right? They'll have to change the way a chair is set up, the way a car is, because they're going to have to cater to like right now. Everything is set up for our current state of being.
Right, but guys, then forget about that. There's nothing. No one's going to stop using the phone. We're all going to get hunchy, so we should get in on this early and create a pair of like hunch sweat, like fashion for hunch people.
Can't wait for the new hump day.
Legitimate one.
Woo!
So just
Look at my hump.
there's your tip-off. It's unavoidable, they're saying. At this point...
Well, yeah, you can't change an entire generation of habits.
Can't do
I mean, this is 2 generations of people that are hunched over their phones probably most of the day. And then they're going to have to change the way that beds are set up because we're not going to be able to, like, lay straight. Like a straight bed, that's going to feel like torture for somebody who has a hunchback.
In one of the most extreme examples, the doctor claims that a 12-year-old patient is already showing signs of the starting stages of arthritis at 12 years old. And then you've got all these other people that are saying they're born between 92 and 2011, where even though your body's technically done growing, you're setting yourself up, your spine, etc., for an entire, like, think about that, your entire 40s on, you'll be bent sideways.
Dude, so like when you're a kid, you're going to be like, oh, those monkey bars.
I can't handle that.
I can't do it.
So
I'm too sore. My arthritis.
Early tip-off right now. So
Great.
Get ready for that. But if
we're all in it together, that's going to be the new hot. And I really do think that this is going to come back and be a good thing for us.
And all you do need is like Emily Ratajkowski or... who's that other one I like a lot now?
People are going to like vajazzle their humps.
My lovely Lily bumps.
Yeah, like if Jake can do it, I mean, he's got all that weight on him. So get ready for that.
Klein. Alley.
Show. KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Klein Alley Show, the official morning show of people with hunchbacks. If we go ahead and copyright and patent that now, then moving forward, when everyone develops hunchbacks, we will be the show for them.
626 said, hello, I am a spine surgeon, and I am happy to offer Klein surgery to make him extra hunchy.
Oh.
This guy could give you a cool hump. Or girl.
Nah, it's a surgeon, not a nurse, Sally. Definitely a guy. I don't think that's a real spinal surgeon listening to the show, but if it is, I'm interested in the concept.
Book it right now.
Book
Come
me.
on.
I want to get all hunched out early before everyone else. Then I become like the
trendsetter of the hunch.
Yeah, the first one. Oh,
Where would you
man.
get it? Like, if you could pick a hunch.
I'd want two like a camel, and I'd put one of them would be for storage. The other one, like one would be functional, and one would be...
You finally have closet space inside your
inside
body.
myself. I'll just go ahead and place some things in here.
Hold on, let me just get my other black jacket.
Fill it with
People would be
beverages.
booking you for like Fashion Week in LA and New York, and man, you'd be the hit of the nation.
Yeah,
Well,
and you could walk on 2s or 4s.
We all joke right now about this, but like
So
the reality is, they're saying in like 5 years we're all going to be hunchy. So it's going to be.
Then do it now.
Yeah, get in on it early, and then they'll be like, "Oh man, that's a nice real Klein hunch you got over there." Oh, it's great.
It'll be cool. I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, think about how we've evolved as humans, right? I mean, before we used to have tails and we had all kinds of things that made us kind of below the food chain. And now look at us, we're on top. And I think that eventually we're going to go back to the bottom again.
Right, I
and then
agree.
we have to work our way to the top.
Right, we evolved to where we're at now, and then we're not really using it well, so we're going to devolve back.
Yeah, and I'm fine with devolving.
Yeah, because
aren't you?
Yeah, well, of course, because we're not if you're the attractive type that are walking around as a good-looking human, you're going like, this is good.
Yeah.
But if you kind of got stuck somewhere in the middle of the evolution like we did, then you're kind of like, let's just start moving the other direction.
Like got a gangly eye still.
Yeah, and we got the wonky eye and the wonky leg alley. Like, we're not perfect.
His forehead.
A lot of us look like we were put together with like leftover parts.
I'm going to
from other
broadcast my
people.
phone screen onto my forehead.
Oh, imagine that. It'd be
Be like
amazing.
IMAX.
Take a super quick break. We're back in a moment with an actual look at what's going on in the world, your ADD news. We have lift tickets for you. We'll do it the second we get back from this break. If you want to join us tomorrow, we will help you come up with an excuse as well for some Klein Alley Snow Ditch Day. It's Snow Summit. It's happening in 24 hours, and we will get you in next right here, KROQ.
World famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
How would you like the day off tomorrow? Make up a holiday. Make up an illness. Kill off a random distant relative. Choice is yours. We got a Klein Alley Snow Ditch Day happening. It's Snow Summit tomorrow, and we'd love you to join us. Call now, 800-520-1067. That's 1-800-520-1067. We will get you in, and all you got to do is be caller 20 right now. Those lift tickets are as good as yours, plus a hang with us where we'll bring even more tickets up the mountain tomorrow. But right now, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Just news it.
Okay, so when something gets banned, it definitely ups the cool factor. Wouldn't you agree? You always want something a little bit more when you're not supposed to have it. And there are all kinds of bans that are being dangled in front of us right now. Flamin' Hot Cheetos being one. They want to ban that in California schools. But then TikTok getting banned is really freaking people the F out. Because what will we do without unqualified experts telling us about our poops or 20-year-olds giving us relationship advice? And Klein, there would be no Welcome to the Chocolate Factory if TikTok did not exist.
Oh, my God.
Man.
So,
Welcome to the Chocolate Factory.
Should have shut that place down. Shut it down.
so the ban was...
Yeah, what's our boss going to do?
What's
I
he
know.
gonna send us
He's
now?
never going to send us anything again. We'll never get another text from our boss.
No one will be more upset about the end of TikTok than our boss.
He sends us so many. But the ban was passed in the House. Now it's up to the Senate. And it's really also interesting to see avid TikTok users try and understand why they want this banned, because it has to do with privacy laws and tensions with China. And that's a lot to digest for people that, make cat lip sync videos regularly.
I saw some information about this. It really does make sense to ban the app when they break it down.
Well, yeah, because the whole idea is that it's not just China getting our information of my username and password and things like that. It's like they're getting a whole profile of America and what we consume. And that can inform them if they ever want to attack or if they want to use that information ever to their advantage. They have a ton of information, not just about what we watch, but how we consume everything.
Also, there's a lot of concern as we get closer to another election year that they would have the ability using the algorithm because they can decide what videos they want you to see and what things they want to bury.
It makes perfect sense.
And in China, you have to report all that to the government.
Well, they had said early on, if you remember, early on, there's a couple things. One, because they do have TikTok in China, and they claim that the way it is at least skewed there, because they really want their next generation to be smarter, not dumber, that younger people are getting a lot more educational content thrown their way. So they're learning.
That sounds terrible.
Terrible. And then here, it's just all, as you said.
It's all this.
Right. Yeah.
We're like,
and we're just so dumb and fat and happy that we're like, more.
And then we're like, we don't want China to know how stupid we are.
But and originally the fear was that because of all the cool, if you think about original TikTok, right, it was a bunch of idiots dancing, and then it was, let me see what my face would look like, with a unicorn on it, all that. And what they were doing is they were getting so many facial profiles. And getting all of our identities.
Right.
And that was where it started as, oh, man, don't even download TikTok. Because when any app any of us have ever downloaded, there is some sort of a small print have to agree to screen that no one's ever read. And we just go, click, yep.
Well,
now we're in the chocolate factory.
Yeah, and Meta and all those companies still have our information, too.
So, it's not looking good. I mean, look, it's looking like they're probably going to end up having to, quote, sell to Microsoft.
Yeah, I don't think that this means TikTok is going away.
No.
I think it just means that it'll have a moment and then it'll be back.
It's like Vine. It'll be here forever, right? Come on.
Right. All right. At one point, I feel like we heard so many stories about bee attacks. It was bees swarming people, swarming animals, and then it kind of died down. But now, the bees are back, baby. And this time, they are swarming much larger things. They're taking on the police department. And they just downed a police helicopter. Listen to this.
CHP helicopter in Atascadero grounded by a swarm of bees. The insects grouped up on the nose of the chopper in two spots. Officers were not able to go up into the air because of that situation. A local beekeeper was called. The bees were safely relocated. It's unclear what caused the bees to swarm onto the helicopter.
I mean, you should see the video. They are all over the front of this helicopter. Thankfully, no one was injured, but what the hell is going on? I feel like these bees have targets now. You know what I mean? To target the police, that seems premeditated.
I just think it's fascinating now that local beekeepers are answering the phone and they're like, we need you to come be a hero. They're going to strap into their
I'm
suit.
just making honey in my backyard.
Yeah, I'm just a hipster from Silver Lake doing a rooftop
I can't
hive.
handle
But
this.
all right, I got to save the chopper.
Yeah.
I'll do what I do.
All right, rent is going up. We all know that. But another thing that keeps going up is the price of a house. And people can't buy houses anymore. That chapter of people's lives is just kind of going away because it feels next to impossible. But there's a new shift that's happening in the market because instead of doing the traditional let's get married, then buy a house thing, people are like, let's get a group of friends together and we'll buy a house that way. Or I'm a couple, I'm going to get with one other couple or maybe two other couples or even a colleague and say, hey, if we all pool our resources, we can buy a house and we can finally get into the housing market.
Yeah,
terrible idea.
Sounds
seriously.
awful.
You think so? I got invited by another couple. This was about 4 years ago. Wish I had done it. Didn't. And they said there was a house that could have been split into a duplex, but it was a single family house.
It
could have been
really?
split.
Okay.
And they said, you guys all want to go in on it together.
And what, you said no?
I said, this is like weird. Is this a swinger? I thought it was like a swinger thing or something. I
How
thought,
many years ago was this, though?
4 years ago.
Okay, 4 years ago, houses were affordable.
Yes.
Now you're talking about buying something that's probably not going to make you any money as an investment property or a living property.
You put up a curtain, though, and you get 17 people. I mean, it's almost like going back to what it used to be.
Or
when
you do like a timeshare kind of thing.
When I first moved to LA, I had an opportunity to live in the hills in a very nice house with 9 other guys. The house was a 3-bedroom house, and there was 9 guys living there.
Man,
and
sounds gay.
And
and then Klein was going to be the
Broke goat.
That's right.
Yeah, you better cut that new hunchback to use.
Pay for that rent, baby.
Klein Alley Show.
All right, welcome to potentially the best hour of your life. Good morning, and the prequend is here. We are Klein Alley Show on a Thursday morning. I'm Klein. There's Allie. You got Jake the Nerd over there. DJ Omar Khan, audio sniper. There he is. Loves that chocolate factory.
I do.
In the back room, producer Vanessa and Postmaster Johnny taking your calls. 800-520-1067. Phone's full now at KROQ because we have something for you. Hey, Crystal.
Hey,
Good
morning.
Good morning. What are you, Sweet Divis, what are you supposed to do tomorrow?
Oh, I'm a costume maker, so I should be working on a deadline, but I'm going to go, hopefully, and hang out with you guys.
All right.
Great.
Your ditch day has been granted, so we will see you as Klein Alley Snow takes over Snow Summit tomorrow.
Put a hunch on you, dude.
Lift
Cool.
tickets.
You can do a custom-made blazer with a hunch in it.
I don't need a costume hunch. I will develop mine the natural way.
No, she can tailor.
Then I can make the costumes for the AA Avengers.
Hold on.
Wow.
Hey, Crystal, you hang on the phone. Someone pick up Crystal immediately because that is as important as anything. We will see you tomorrow. We will be drinking together. The AA Avengers will all be there. The Bud Light Bros, Four Loko Freddy, Cheap Champagne, Secondhand Cindy will be there as well.
That warms my heart.
Juan Solo Cup. Oh, it's going to be a collection of individuals, and you're there as well. A costume maker? What are the odds, Allie?
The fact that they could all be dressed in their respective superhero clothes. I mean, that's when a superhero really feels like a superhero, when they get their suit.
I wonder if she can make 4 costumes in the next 20 hours.
Yeah, that's
When she's up against a deadline for a different project.
Clearly, she doesn't care about deadlines, so she's going to quit her job for us. Well, get cracking. Let's go ahead and sweatshop it up and make it happen. Thank you. We will see you on top of the mountain tomorrow. All right, this hour, lots to get to. Jake returned to the pawn shop to see if he could buy back an item that he sold. And more. It's coming up on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ. KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. More lift tickets coming up this hour for joining us Ditch Day tomorrow. Also, if you want to go to that Weezer exclusive little Weezer intimate show as they play their entire Blue album, start to finish, with Dog Star recreating their first ever show. Rivers told us all about it on Monday, and that show's happening on Friday at the Lodge Room in Highland Park. We will get you in at some point this morning. And, of course, more spots on that standby boarding list so you can see Green Day in Dublin, Ireland. Omar, as you know, is a professional wedding DJ. He has been to more weddings than all of us combined because he goes to probably on average 2 weddings a weekend, it feels like.
Yeah, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Yeah, on the average, I'm pulling in maybe, I don't know, roughly around 50 weddings a year.
I'm
pretty busy.
That's a lot.
And if you have a wedding coming up, or you're planning a wedding, or you're thinking about getting engaged, or you are invited to a wedding, save the dates have arrived, we like to every once in a while break down some of the trends that are happening in the world of weddings so that you will know what things to either include in your own, or things you can look forward to, or things to avoid. And Omar likes to break them down. It is DJOmarKhan.com Wedding Roundup.
And I can attest that DJ Omar Khan is a good wedding DJ because I have attended a wedding that he DJ'd, and I had a great time. And I was a star dancer on the floor. Would you not agree, Omar?
She cuts a rug like nobody's business, man.
She eats
got
a
the
rug,
party
too.
started.
Should see her eat a rug.
That sounds sarcastic, but go ahead.
Let's start with a couple of things that are on their way out. I know you've seen this at weddings, is the light sticks on the dance floor. Once it comes down to party time, everybody gets handed a light stick, and it looks cool for a second, but then it just makes a huge mess. Those I don't see around anymore, so those are on the way out. For me, I feel like those are a little cheesy, and I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of that. A lot of people are now choosing to let the DJ lighting take over, and they are choosing higher-end DJ lighting, moving lights and stuff like that. I actually had to upgrade my setup this year just to keep up with that trend, which I think it's a really good trend. It looks super classy, and it really gives the wedding a feel like you're at a club. It really, and it's very elegant, and you can project images like on the ceiling for dinner, like slow-moving images. It's really cool. Yeah, really cool.
So you can do like strobe lighting and make it seem like a club. Do you do one of those things where it's like at the clubs where they have like air spraying out of the top of the where the sprinklers are, where it's like
yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, you could do that too. You could do all that stuff.
Those glow sticks, by the way, when you were a kid and you learned that you could actually cut those things open and then you could paint with the neon paint, was like that was a great moment.
You're right. We should bring the trend back.
That was all, when you figured that out, that was like you were like, I can do glow graffiti.
I'm radiating.
Yeah, it feels like it's definitely very illegal and very dangerous, and I love every bit of it.
But you're like, maybe I'll be Spider-Man.
So those are going away, which is too bad.
That's going away, yeah.
Because I think people get drunk and they love to wave those glow sticks around.
Yeah, but then they also hit each other in the face.
Yeah, they do whip each other. Yeah. I think that's a good thing. Get rid of those. Okay, those are out. So what else?
Another thing that people are not doing anymore, and I agree 100% with this, is the traditional cake cutting. It's always scheduled at an awkward time, and people are really like, okay, we're watching these people just cut cakes and possibly smash cake into each other. People are just not doing that. Instead, they're having maybe a small cake just for the bride and groom, and they go away and just, in the corner take their own pictures, but they have a full-on dessert bar, or they bring in like a food truck that's an ice cream truck. I mean, that is primo time. If you could afford that, do that. That is amazing. The other thing that's going on,
Omar and I are going to go into business together because I'm still working on restoring the ice cream bike, and that will be available.
Could you imagine there's no full cake and then this guy shows up where he's like,
I've been working on the ice cream bike for almost a year now, and it is I almost have all the wheels inflated. But once I do, it's going to be ready to go.
Does it play anything?
No.
Oh,
you get something on there.
Yeah, I got a Bluetooth speaker. I got a charger. Don't worry. I'm going to join forces with Omar. We're going to do a package deal. You get
the last thing that I'm going to talk about being over, and I know you've seen this at a wedding, is the slideshows. The slideshows are going away, and I'm glad because they're just overdone, cheesy photos, and it's again like preventing people from having like nice conversation during dinner because all their attention is like called to the slideshow, and it's a little self-serving in my opinion.
Well, and I feel like always something goes wrong.
The technical issue.
Oh, yes. There's always
the sound
a tech
cuts out,
problem.
or it stops in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Or they don't expand it big enough on the laptop so it looks weird on the projector.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen it all. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you can put on 50 pounds real quick when they don't do that
stretch you all funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of wedding trends that I am all in on are, number one is that a lot of people are deciding to do small, intimate ceremonies either Friday, the day before the celebration, or very early on the reception day. So very small, intimate, just family, because let's be honest, your party friends don't really care about seeing you say I do. And then you just rage. You have like a big party, and you can spend more on the party rather than combining both of those two. So I am definitely all for that.
Omar, let me ask you a question. As per people that are guests at a wedding, I feel like I see this a lot happen now. You have a professional photographer there, or you have pictures that you want to have, vetted before they get released to the masses. But then there are guests that will sit there in the audience with their phones, take pictures of the bride walking down the aisle from an angle that may not be flattering to her, may not be something that she even likes, and then they immediately post it on Instagram as the actual thing is even happening. I mean, in real time. That's got to be uncouth, right?
That is a huge faux pas.
Yeah, how does that even happen still? I'm shocked when I see it. I see it all the time, and I can't believe it.
That does happen from time to time. The weddings that I do, they're known as, I forget, a disconnected wedding. So they have, as soon as you enter the ceremony site, they have signs on there and say, you know what, per the bride and groom's wishes, please do not pull your phone out. We have professionals for that. And they also, like, but while people are entering the venue, I hop on the microphone every 10 to 15 minutes and let people know not to use their phone through just the ceremony. The reception is fine because it's more of a party, but definitely during the ceremony, put your phones away. Do not post anything until you get approval from the bride and groom. And I've mentioned this before, a lot of times nowadays, there's a specialized QR code that you'll find at your table.
Right.
Scan that QR code, and then you could upload your photos and videos, and then the bride and groom get to choose what they post, which is nice.
Man.
Another big trend that's happening in 2024, and I'm already scheduled to do 2 of these weddings, are Airbnb destination weddings, okay? You don't have to break the bank. It's going to be a smaller guest list, but for instance, I'm DJing in Yosemite, so you could rent this fancy-ass, like, lodge, get married in Yosemite, like 10 minutes away,
Cool.
and come back and have your wedding at this fancy lodge, and yeah, it's going to be a great time. So I'm seeing a little bit of more of that, and you don't have to worry about the mess and everything. And some of the Airbnbs also include catering and a staff. So yeah, definitely look out for that. Another trend. Oh, you're
that's
out of
it.
time?
Okay, Vanessa's in my ear yelling.
F and Kevin.
Vanessa's yelling.
Okay.
She's
Hire
yelling.
F and Kevin as an MC. There, the
That's
end.
a
Absolutely.
big trend right now.
You wanna work for me, dude?
No, absolutely
Oh
not.
my God,
He's
that'd be
retired.
great.
Come on, man.
If you're going to a wedding,
Everyone, turn your phones off.
make sure
dude.
you are
If
wedding
it's cold at
approved.
Yosemite, we're going to get advice like this. Oh, wait, sorry.
Good morning. Time to take out the oatmeal. It is going to be a cold one today. Hot?
Yeah, thank you. Quick break, back in a second.
Klein, Alley Show. The world famous KROQ. KROQ.
Allie, tell me how you would react to this text I just received from my wife. And it says the following. Olivia, that's my daughter, just had a dream you cheated on me.
Whoa,
And
what?
and we broke up, and she's very upset. Now, this is wild because
I can't believe she's having cheating dreams at that age.
there's no way.
It's very advanced.
Yeah, she is really ahead of her game.
Definitely my wife's daughter, because this is the exact sort of thing that I would get. We've all gotten this. You're in any sort of a relationship for any amount of time. At some point, your partner will say to you, I had a dream you cheated on me. And then usually you get mad. You get...
Well,
like,
you're affected by it,
you
but
get
it's
the
not
anger,
real.
You get the anger as if you actually did it, even though you didn't do it, because they're going through all the emotions as if you had actually cheated, even though it was just a crazy dream in their brain that probably means nothing related
but
to
that's
it.
an argument between two adults. To have a child now be involved in that argument, that hypothetical dream cheating argument, how do you even add that person into the equation?
I got to blame Disney for this somehow.
Why?
Because I feel like she watches a lot of that Disney stuff, and every once in a while there's...
I would blame Taylor Swift. She's the Taylor Swift one, right?
Maybe Taylor. Yeah, she is the Taylor Swift one.
Every song is a breakup song. Every song is about her failed relationships, right?
Yeah.
So she's probably got that in her brain, and now she thinks that her parents are going to be in
She
one.
does sing a lot of those Taylor Swift songs, and a lot of them are, you're absolutely right,
Yeah.
breakup, and
I knew
this
you were
and that.
trouble when you walked in. All that stuff is creeping into her dreams.
And I don't, to me, it's just background noise. I don't even pay attention to it, but
No, she's
probably
obsessed. Remember, she said this.
I just am obsessed with Taylor.
She is obsessed with Taylor.
And say, Daddy is too. And she would he would get with her if he could.
And now I'm in somehow...
Did she say how you cheated?
Let me ask. Hold on.
Oh, dude.
This usually doesn't go well, but... all the times we've called as she's racing to try to get them to school and everything like that. She's asked me to please never call, specifically around 7:30. It's like her biggest request of when to not call. It's chaos, complete chaos.
See, I wonder if Olivia is as mad at you as your wife would be.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like you're a poor excuse for a father.
Right.
Like, are you going to get all
you?
that? How dare you?
Like, does she wake up mad at me, too?
Yes.
That I cheated. She may not even answer now because she's told me specifically this time is chaos.
Well, she said she's very upset, right?
She's very upset. This is the text.
You're like, tell Daddy what the girl looked like.
Oh, come on.
Was she?
Yeah, did I cheat with Sydney Sweeney?
Was it impressive that I was able to get with this girl?
I want to ask my daughter who I cheated with in the dream.
Oh my God!
She would say that. I hope I cheated up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
In the dream. because I'd be so mad.
Yeah, but it's like a kid, so it could be like a cartoon character.
But if she's like, you cheated with that woman that sleeps on the bus stop down the street, I would be like,
Cheated with a hungry hippo.
Yeah, like I want to at least know that I cheated in the right direction.
Right.
She's not answering. I'm so mad now.
Man,
Well,
what does that say? I wonder that
I don't
she's
know.
having that dream about her parents.
But Omar's probably right, though, to be honest. It probably is.
call has been
Yeah, I'm
forwarded.
so annoyed. She's dodging me. But it is probably the Taylor Swift effect,
Yeah, absolutely.
which you don't realize.
It's seeping into her brain, and then now it's affecting you. You got to do something.
I got to cheat.
You got to cheat.
That's all I got to do now.
Perpetuate it.
Got to make that dream become a reality.
Now you really have a favorite daughter, though.
I got to cheat. Well, it's whichever one is not getting me in trouble. Because every morning when my wife wakes up, I just want to have a moment to make sure she never dream I cheated, where I'm not in trouble. And then finally she wakes up, I didn't do it. The kid comes in and goes,
You just
I had
doubled
a
your
dream.
chances.
Daddy kissed someone else.
Woo.
Oh, great. El Cheapo is on next, Thrifty Thursday, and some free tickets for you after this on KROQ.
Klein.
Alley.
Show. KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Man, that is so true.
Yeah, Klein, you're such a bad boy.
Thank you.
You're such a bad boy. You like that, don't you? Yeah, you're such a dirty, bad boy.
All right.
That's a dream.
Appreciate
Part of the dream
that.
right there.
Yeah,
Follow
you
the
know
dream.
what? She didn't say that you cheated with another woman.
Yeah. Klein.
I will hopefully get the bottom, the information.
You will
when
get the
You're the
bottom.
bottom?
Oh, I said I will get to the bottom. I'll get to the power bottom of this when I get home.
Love that tool.
Thank you. KROQ Klein Alley Show. Alley is El Cheapo on Thursday. She likes to check in as a way to save your money. Of course, she likes to come up with excuses as to the fact that she's not cheap. She's smart, although she is the kingpin and queenpin of cheap. And today she feels like she's finally proven us all wrong with evidence about dupes. It's time for El Cheapo. Here we go.
It's time to talk to the kingpin of cheap. Here she is, El Cheapo.
Klein, something that I have done on a regular basis, I would say probably one of the top values in my life, something that is part of my very core, my identity, is now a huge trend among regular people. And I think you owe me an apology.
Allie has given me some audio to play to prove that she's right and we're all wrong, and she's not El Cheapo, the person we should make fun of. She's El Cheapo, the person we should praise because of this.
After 3 years of high inflation, American consumers are chasing cheap and bragging about it online.
Yeah, baby!
She says that the cheap movement is here to stay. It is in a big way, and now instead of people being mocked for being cheap like we do with Allie during El Cheapo,
people are being praised for it.
they should be celebrated for their cheapness. And in fact, they are loved to go online. And it used to be like, I'll hide this or I'll make people think that this...
Don't buy a knockoff. It's
Right.
bad.
Listen,
Ooh,
here we
everyone's
go.
gonna judge
This
you.
is the story.
Elf is in their dupe era.
I'm just not paying Tyson prices if I don't have to.
Let's compare a $5 Stanley Cup dupe I found at Five Below to the real thing.
If you heard that correctly, she says, I'm not paying Tyson prices.
Is she talking about Tyson chicken?
She's talking about chicken.
Mike Tyson?
Oh, Tyson chicken.
It's so funny. I just made the change of buying chicken directly from my butcher because it saves me so much money.
Yeah, but you can
and
put
I didn't know how much money it was. Like I'm saving like probably like $6.
Omar, you can put it in the Tyson bag, though, and still get all the Tyson glory if you're a brand whore for
This
chicken.
sounds like a real man thing.
Short for duplicates, low-cost alternatives to pricey consumer goods. From makeup to peanut butter to designer bags, they're seeking out store brands and cheap alternatives.
Dupes and affordable alternatives to Charlotte Tilbury.
For example, Anthropologie's best-selling Gleaming Primrose Mirror will run you $548.
Oh, that is one of Costco.
The Costco mirror.
The Costco mirror. I saw they actually had one. I was at Costco the other day. They had one left, and I saw 3 women about to fight over it. I really wanted to film.
Really?
I was all excited.
The
yeah.
Walmart version will cost only $55 when you buy it online.
So the Costco one's like $149, but still way cheaper than whichever one they're. It's the lookalike of.
I like that you're saying it's cool to be cheap now.
cool to
Like
be
that is the cool thing.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, according to Allie and these middle-aged women on the Today Show, it's cool to be cheap.
Well, here's the thing. I've been doing this for years. There are all kinds of dupes/duplicates that you can get. I mean, like they said, they're doing it for makeup. They're doing it for home goods. They're doing it for grocery store items. Beef chuck, just as good as regular beef, half the price. Okay, I've been doing it for years. Or getting that generic Kirkland brand allergy medication. Your body will adjust. to the different.
Body will adjust.
If you're used to Zyrtec, it's because your body's used to the high quality of it. Okay, if you buy the generic brand Allertec, that'll get you through eventually, and you can get, I think, 2 giant bottles for like $20. Yeah. Allertec has. I mean, I think I take it every single morning, and look at me. I'm breathing clear.
Look at you. I got pink eye. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. That's my Allertec.
And I also wanted to share just another little hack.
Hold on. Before you move away from medicine, though, I think it's interesting because the reality is all of us have probably been taking the Dupes medicine because usually if you have any sort of insurance, that's what they cover is the
generic version.
They never really cover the real one. They cover the generic. So you all go to the pharmacy, you're prescribed whatever, and then they say, hey, here's your generic version of whatever. And it's a pill. No one really sees the bottle. So it's like, we all use the brand names. I'm taking Viagra, but really I'm taking the generic brand.
Yeah, exactly. And you can do the same for cough medicine. You can do the same for really any remedy that you need. But then when it comes to some of the items that are becoming really popular online, like, for example, those Trader Joe's totes, everyone's buying those and spending way too much money. But you know what? Stater Brothers sells these great bags for 10 cents a pop.
You mean the paper bags you're saying?
And you can reuse them. Okay. And,
I got bag money.
Yeah, you can, and then you can buy as many of them as you want, and even if one breaks, boop, you got another one for 10 cents.
Yeah, but those aren't in demand because those are not limited, and people like stuff that's limited. They like limited drops, they like limited totes, they like anything that feels limited.
Well, eventually, when demand is up, it will be limited.
Yes, eventually, with all things, when demand is up.
I'm just saying, there are a lot of dupes out there, and I want to learn about any other dupes that you might have. People on Instagram were saying Dollar Tree Pringles, specifically the salt and vinegar ones, are just as good as the regular ones. And then
isn't Dollar Tree closing down?
Yeah, they're shutting down like 1,000
They are
stores.
shutting down 1,000 different locations, so get them while you can.
That's limited. You want limited? That's limited. They're shutting down as we speak.
Any Kirkland brand alcohol is cheaper and better than the name brand stuff. Okay, the Kirkland brand White Claws.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And there's a $10 charging cable on Amazon that's better than the Apple chargers. I mean, you could save a lot of money if you really dig deep on this stuff, Klein.
I don't like what this person wrote, which is F and Kevin is better than the original Klein.
Totally.
That's a cheap
Actually,
knockoff.
both the same price.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Tomorrow, Klein Alley Snow Ditch Day. It's Snow Summit. Got your lift tickets coming up in less than 5 minutes. So be ready to call 800-520-1067 so you can get out of your job, responsibilities, parenting, whatever, and join us high atop Snow Summit. Postmaster Johnny will be seeing snow for the very first time, and he's got all sorts of things he wants to do on his snow bucket list.
Well, yeah, which is dwindling.
Hey, yesterday I think someone asked whatever happened with Pantyhose Greg. He had had a job interview. He's really excited. He's been unemployed for a while. A lot of people now looking for work, understandably. People losing jobs, companies downsizing, layoffs. And we did a practice job interview with him about 2 weeks ago because he was off to go get a job. And our theory was that when he went to go for the job interview, no one was there to interview him because maybe there was never a job to begin with.
Yeah, or the boss forgot that he had said an interview.
And he says that he left a goat line message to confirm or deny these rumors.
Good morning, Klein and Alley. It's Pantyhose Greg. Hey, I went to the job interview. It's just that the bus wasn't going there.
So the update is he did go to the job interview, except the bus he was on was not going there. So he had every intention of going to the job interview, except the bus he got on did not end up going to where the interview was.
So his mentality was, if I just get on this bus, hopefully it'll go to the job interview.
Yeah, and it didn't. So that's the answer. He didn't miss the interview. It's just the bus he was on didn't take him.
It was yellow. I thought it was a big cab.
So I called them and they said, "Oh, we can just reschedule."
Now to miss
Oh my God, to miss your job interview, that's it, right?
I would have to imagine that's game over.
Especially if this is, by the way, a job that he had already had and been fired from.
Right. And
because
after
he
years,
was yelling at one of the patients,
yeah,
right?
It was like a halfway house or something.
I think it was like a rehab facility.
Rehab facility, and he got fired for yelling at a patient.
Yes.
And then after years of saying, "Can I please have this job back?" they said, "We'll give you another interview." And then he got on a bus that didn't go there, so he missed the interview. So then he calls them and explains this, and this is what they tell him.
But right now our census is only that we have 2 people, and we hold 7. So They said they'd call me when something opens up.
Oh, call you when something opens up is a never.
That's a nothing.
And definitely call them back in a little while, in a month or so. And that's it, I'm glad you like my new Blazing song.
So anyway, I don't think Pantyhose Greg is going to get that job.
I also think Pantyhose Greg is going to call them way more than once a month.
Oh, yeah. And I think,
just judging by how much he calls us.
Allie, if someone was applying for a job here and they missed the job interview and then we said, what's the reason? And they said, well, I got on a bus and the bus just didn't go there.
I would be like, you get in here right now. You're hired.
For this show.
Yes.
We need this
Klein, Alley, Show.
The world famous KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. Let's figure out what's going on in the world together. Then we give you stuff. Also, next hour, the very funny Greg Fitzsimmons returns to the KROQ studios because he's got that annual St. Patty's Day show he does that you need to get all ready for. So can't wait to bring Greg back on the show. But first, yes.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Se habla español.
Hola.
Oh, wait, we don't.
So pretty much every company is raising their prices in some way right now. That is the nature of inflation. But when your store is called the Dollar Tree, it's hard to raise your prices that much because it goes against everything that your company stands for. And now it has come back to bite them. Inflation is here, and it has come for the Dollar Tree. And they announced that they are closing 1,000 of their stores. I think they're doing half of them at the beginning of the year and half of them in the second half of the year. But they said this is great. It's great news because it's just a part of our transformation as a company. It does not mean that the Dollar Tree is bankrupt or going away whatsoever. They said that this will help them improve their profitability, and they're going to be rolling out, I believe it was called multi-level pricing.
Does Odyssey own this company?
I know.
Yeah.
What the hell?
The whole "this is great" thing.
Oh my God!
It was like, guys, we could not be in a better position.
It's giving me PTSD here.
Hey, me too.
I think everyone Googles the same speech, like, how do I deliver bad news and not freak everyone out?
We are sunsetting 1,000 of our stores.
Right. This is good news for all of the lovers. And that tier pricing crap, because they pulled that at the 99-cent only store, which used to have a great name because it was even, so smart. Everyone's going to the dollar store. How do we undercut them? Well, we'll do the 99-cent only store. And then they started their tier pricing, and good luck even finding anything that's 99 cents there anymore.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's all $5.99, $2.99. You can't keep up with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I think that they hope that closing this many stores will make people just go to the other Dollar Trees because, Dollar Tree people are always Dollar Tree people.
Yeah.
So they'll just find another Dollar Tree.
It's always fun bringing someone to one of those for the first time. I think people are blown away that it even exists because they're like, oh my God, this random thing is only $1. That's
I know.
Crazy.
And then once you're really in it, you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I had 5 different serving spoons that I was like, how do I not buy 5 of these, right? And I've never opened the package.
Yeah.
But it was only $5.
But you're
and it was
cool.
Yeah.
Dude, the last time I went there, I couldn't believe it. I was like, a roll of tin foil. This would be at least $7 at the grocery store, and it's $1. I'm buying it.
Dude, even at Costco, those things of aluminum foil are expensive.
Not cheap. And it's one of those things you need to have. And then I get home and first time I go to wrap up leftovers, a piece of pizza. I roll it out, and the whole thing, it's it. That roll was gone.
It's like a mini version of what they sell at the regular store.
I thought it was a joke. I was like, that's not even enough to wrap one piece of pizza. Why would they do that? It's crazy.
That's great. All right, when rich people lose their S over stupid things, it makes you feel better about yourself. So let's all revel in the embarrassment of this guy. He's from San Diego. His name is Ajay Thakur, and he's a millionaire entrepreneur.
Can't say that on the air, Allie.
What?
That last name was aggressive.
Thakur?
Oh, okay. I thought you said the F word.
No. It's TH.
Hardcore?
No,
I was okay with the whore part.
Yeah. That's my favorite part of the name.
Thakur. He is a local entrepreneur in the San Diego area, and he was trying to dock his Lamborghini yachts at a private marina, and he was going to pick up one of his employees. But he got stopped by one of the dock workers who said, hey, you can't park here, which I don't know anything about yachting and boat laws, but, they have a system, right? And a lot of those dock workers, they're 21-year-old dudes who just kind of love being out there. And they're,
it's always having a good time.
They're
no
always
matter what
having
they're
a good
doing
time.
out there. Yeah.
It's usually a temporary job for them, and they're just kind of, they always have pretty good vibes, and they're pretty easygoing. So this dock worker was like, all of a sudden this guy just goes from 0 to 100, and he starts threatening to kill me.
I'll kill you. I will kill you. I will kill you. I got it.
And then he starts doing this, like, sawing his head off kind of motion. Like, here's how I'm going to kill you. Then he starts leaving. And then eventually he turns around and exposes himself and starts going like, kill you, like with his junk.
I think that people that have Lamborghini yacht money, they don't like to hear rules. They don't like to be told no.
I just love that this guy is like, this multi-million-dollar entrepreneur. Yeah. And then when they tell you can't park somewhere, like, I don't know why people get so pissed off about parking stuff.
It's weird. It's a
like
power
people
thing.
Still stab each other over parking spots. When you can't park it, people just lose it.
Hey,
if I ever have yacht money, I'm going to be the happiest person on the planet.
Of course, you should be.
Because you have a Lamborghini yacht.
Yes.
That's considered not a real problem if you can't find parking for your yacht. That's
right?
That's considered not a real issue.
It's not a reason to murder.
Klein, Alley, Show.
KROQ.
KROQ.
Welcome to your Prequend. It is just after 8 o'clock. We are Klein Alley Show. It's going to be a good hour for you. This is the hour. We reward you very handsomely with some impossible to get access to Weezer, Dog Star, recreating their first ever show. The first time they were allowed to play in front of actual people, according to Rivers. Band got paid $30. And they got a last-minute call to go follow Dog Star. And by the time they hit the stage of a venue that's not even there anymore, they said most of the audience had left. They hadn't even seen Weezer play, but they got the itch right there. They said, I think we have something. And then all these years later, they're now going to recreate that exact night with Dog Star this Friday, Highland Park in the Lodge Room. We will get you in this hour. I know a lot of people hitting us up on the DMs, begging for tickets.
Oh, I mean, it's a good thing too when people in the building start circling like sharks.
Oh yeah,
like hey, does anyone hey, and you're like, who are you?
I don't even want to admit this now, but I am planning. Originally the plan was we're all going up tomorrow for Klein Alley Snow Ditch Day, and we're still doing that. Snow Summit. It's going to be a good time. We got more of those lift tickets coming up this hour. My original plan was to spend the night up there so that we could do some actual snowboarding on Saturday.
You're not doing that?
I think I'm going to attempt to go to that Weezer show.
Wow.
So I think that Jake is on board with this plan. We're going to drive up together, which I'm not excited.
That should tell you all you need to know.
I know.
And then the place is right next to my house, and you can stay at my house. We can party all night.
No.
That's a great
plan. You could watch Jake and his girlfriend not sleep together.
I'm definitely not going to spend the night at Jake's house.
Come on, dude.
Dude, I would pay money to see that.
Radio Bros.
Jake. I don't know how long it will take me to get from Highland Park to the Valley, but I would imagine it's going to be even if it was 9 hours, I would do that drive, then spend the night at your house.
Nah, man, we're going to get wasted. You're going to stay the night.
Come on, Jake has his own room.
You're not even allowed to spend the night at your house, I thought.
No, I'll spend the night.
Are you even allowed to have friends over?
I have friends over.
What about work acquaintances?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
Radio Bros.
It's like Klein gets to Jake's house and he yells at his girlfriend and goes, "Yes, you said I could have friends over, so I'm going to have friends over."
I feel like she's going to be not happy about it.
I get the living room until 9.
Hey, let's get the garage.
Anyway, that's happening tomorrow. We will get you into it this hour. Greg Fitzsimmons stops by as well to hang out, and we're going to celebrate your most unlucky moments. If you consider yourself genuinely unlucky as we get into St. Paddy's Day weekend, everyone celebrates Luck of the Irish. Today we're going to celebrate unluck and hopefully turn that unluck around. And that'll be happening after Muse here on KROQ.
World famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. Lift tickets coming up. Jake was back at the pawn shop yesterday. Get ready, Nonya. Get ready, Mama. Get ready, Crowler. Jake has been going to this pawn shop now for about 2 months, and he has had no success selling any of his things that he thought were valuable. Old toys and vintage lunchboxes and rocks and roadkill. Plushies. They every time he goes in, they laugh at him and they tell him, "This has got no value. Take it out of here." And then last time, after we gave him something that was in the KROQ office, he made his first official sale, which was a collection of Pez dispensers that had the President of the United States' face on them.
Volume 4.
We found out that they are worth $40 or $50 on eBay, and Jake sold them for $5 to the pawn shop.
I even got texts from people I know going, "Hey, I would have bought that."
I would have bought them. They were unopened. It was all the stuff that goes up in value usually is sealed, pristine, untouched, and apparently collectible. So we decided it'd be fun in this edition of Jake Goes to the Pawn Shop to see if he could go back there and ask for a refund on the Pez dispensers, and it says after
renegotiate
his deal after the fact. And I don't think pawn people like to do renegotiation. She doesn't like it when he's
once the tables turn, they turn hard in the pawn shop.
So once again, let's gather around the pawn shop. Here we go.
The guy is very weird.
Jake sells the stuff at the pawn shop. Jake says the value is tip top. Jake says, hey, what are you gonna buy? All they say is,
what's up with this guy?
Jake sells the stuff at the pawn shop.
Nonya!
All right. I love Nonya. I love Crowla. I think actually in this episode we learn Mama's real name. Mama is not her. Well, they may call
Mama's not her name. Wow.
Mama is a nickname.
Mama.
That's not her. We've been calling her Mama, but she has a real name. You'll never guess what it is. So here we go, Jake.
Does it end in "a"?
It does actually. Allie.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They got a whole theme, that family. And at some point, I think if anyone can translate Russian, I think they're talking bad about Jake in Russian too.
Cool.
Take a listen.
How you doing? What's happening? Do you still?
What's happening?
She's already very. She doesn't like it when it. Yeah, she's already.
Her head's on a swivel. Oh no.
How you doing?
What's happening?
Do you still have the Pez I sold you?
Why?
The people that I work with told me that they think I didn't get enough for it, so they're seeing if I can try to buy it back from you.
Buy it back from me?
Yeah.
She's annoyed as always with Jake, and even more so annoyed right now because
his name doesn't end in "a."
Right, and they made a deal, and the guy wants to pull back.
The Pez thing. You'd be willing to sell it back to me?
Я не знаю, пускай заберет, блядь, пускай заберет, они мне нахер не нужны, они у них...
Now, I don't know what she's saying, but it's probably this dumb idiot is wasting all of our time. Get him out of here or kill him in the back alley, I would imagine.
Yeah, okay, get it back. I don't care.
Ooh, so she's cold now when she's on the selling end of things.
Oh, yeah.
And when, you watch these like Pawn Stars and stuff like that, right? People will sell things like wedding rings because they're hard up on cash, and then they will come back later to try and make up for it. And the Pawn Stars are never forgiving.
Well, there's a difference between selling and pawning. See, everyone thinks pawning is basically they give you money, and then you go back and give them that amount of money plus interest, and they give you your item back. It's a pre-agreed to thing, as opposed to selling, where you're just saying, I don't want it, it's yours now. Jake did not pawn the Pez. He sold the Pez.
How much would you sell it back to me for?
Yeah, we need to make a little profit at least.
Okay.
How much we sell?
I sold it for $5. 20?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That's 4 times profit. How long have they had it for?
Cold.
Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, they had it for like less than 2 weeks, and they already want to make that much off of Jake.
That just gives you a reference of how much they jack up the prices for everything in those places. Wow. Even a piece of crap Pez dispenser thing.
Yeah. Jake, you should have told him you sold it, that you sold for 4. Like, it's crazy that you said 5, you went up to 20. You should have been like, you lowered it. Be like, you guys gave me $1 for it. Then he would have said $5. You would have gotten it back.
Bargain.
You didn't play the game right.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah, get it back. Что он хочет от меня?
Продаем за 20.
This guy's a real idiot. He doesn't know basic math. That's what they're saying.
We should have said 50.
Пускай заберет.
This guy's an idiot?
Yeah, you do hear her say that. That's English right there. This guy's a big idiot.
Пускай заберет. Take it. I mean, like, I don't...
Oh, it's here.
You still have it. It's right there. Have you gotten any comments about it?
No.
He sounds so sad. No.
It's like right behind the register too.
Oh, really? Like everyone could see it?
Yeah, the main behind the glass. It's like right there in the middle of the wall.
Right.
No one saw it behind the glass and said, "Hey, what's that? Can I buy that?" No one said that. I can't believe that. How much is this worth to you?
For me, nothing. I mean, like I told you.
What are you trying to sell now?
I'm trying to see if what she finds the worth is of that Pez dispenser.
Right. Well, they told you the worth $5, but if you want to buy it back, 20.
No, we need because we make a paper. We make this at least $10.
What now? What's going on
that?
there? Are they going to saw your arms off?
There's some kind of construction happening there.
Crawler comes out with a chainsaw.
Yeah, let's cut this loser into pieces.
Tell them that you sold it, whatever it is. I mean, like, it's standing there as a display item. I mean, like, I really don't care about it.
Oh, really?
She's turning into a robot. She's like a transformer.
But have you had it back behind there in display the whole time?
Yeah.
if we keep hitting allowed equipment, maybe he leaves.
Yeah.
Ever since. And no one said anything about it?
No one said anything about it.
Because it's not Biden there.
Because no one wants
Because
it.
it's not valuable.
It's not valuable. This guy has no time for Jake. It's so great.
Yeah.
No one wants this Pez Collector Series education set. I can't believe that.
No. Nobody cares about education anymore.
Nobody cares about education anymore.
Education.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess thank you for allowing me to buy it back. I never got your name.
Hannah.
Hannah? I'm Jake.
Now we have a name.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Okay, well, I'm going to go fine $20.
She doesn't believe that, does she?
And then I'll come back and buy it back and we'll go from there. But in the meantime, can you still display it behind?
It's literally being played on.
It's like the Academy
Oh
Award
my God.
with power tools.
Go, ramp it up, ramp it up.
All right, quick break. Back in a second. Get you into that Weezer show. Greg Fitzsimmons in the building in our studio. Next, here on KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. Look at that. Back in the studio. The very funny Greg Fitzsimmons is here.
Hi, Greg.
Must be St. Patty's Day time of year. Your annual check-in with us.
Now, well, there's that. I come in other times. I don't just come in on St. Patrick's
You can come
Day.
in anytime. You have an open door. You're one of the few people that has an open door policy, 24/7. We say it, and then you take advantage of it, not as much as we'd like you to.
Well, I'm going to start coming in more because nothing makes me happy. I'm not a morning person is the issue. I go, like last night I had a spot at, 11:30 in Hollywood. I live in Venice.
Oh.
How
late did that go?
What do you mean? That I was out later that I live in Venice.
No, that you were out. Anytime
yeah.
I hear about people that do anything after 10 p.m., I find
Because we get up so early, we're always like, oh my God,
I'm
how
like-
are you walking?
Yeah, it's like I'm jealous, but I also am just annoyed by the fact that so much fun stuff happens, and
Yeah.
it's like I can't even partake in it.
Well, because when we drive to work, we get all the remnants of that night. Like we're driving to work at 4 a.m.
You're seeing the chick with her shoes in her hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're seeing all the people who are like, if I can just make it home,
Yeah.
everything will be okay.
That's always the trophy of failure, the shoes in the hand.
It really is.
Sit on a curb with the shoes in the hand.
It's the Academy Award of a good night.
Yeah, or when someone's at a bus stop, I'm like, man, you exhausted all other options, and you have to take the bus home, and you have to wait a long time for that.
It always seems like the funnest stuff, though. Like, we don't forget the fun stuff. It's stuff that happens, like, where were you last night? The store? Or?
At the store.
Yeah, so, and by the way, Greg's not just here to talk about comedy, but I should mention, because it is St. Patty's Day, and he does the annual St. Patty's Day show. Always a star-studded cast of friends, this time Harlan Williams, the very funny Annie Letterman, buddy of mine. The Sklar brothers will be there, and that's happening at the Hollywood Improv on Saturday.
Yeah, and a surprise guest is stopping in who we can't announce because they're too big.
A-lister?
It's an A-lister.
Really?
Yeah. Which I don't like. I don't like calling in favors, And, it's just Sebastian is just a guy you don't want to buy.
It's unbelievable. Wow. Great Sebastian. All right, you heard it here. If it's not Sebastian, demand a refund.
Right.
So when you do these late shows, or what a normal time for comedy club, like you don't get to bed till what time, 2 a.m.?
No, I'm pretty good about that. What I do is, and I really shouldn't do this, is it takes me a while to calm down and go to sleep. So as soon as I get out of the club and when I get in my car, I take my sleeping pill. And then I hope that, because it takes...
that it kicks in by the time you get home?
Yeah, it takes about 20 minutes. So we're hoping nothing slows me down on the way home.
You get one road closure and you're
done.
Yeah.
Right.
You get one road closure, becomes 2 road closures pretty quickly.
Exactly.
Right? That's by the way, as a gambler, like that sounds like a fun game.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Like
Beat
you get
the
home
pill.
and you beat it. But
Yeah.
there's got to be times when...
You get pulled over by a cop and all of a sudden you're slurring your words and you're like, I haven't had a drink in 25 years.
Right.
But,
Well,
I did just take an
at
Ambien,
these
though.
St. Patrick's Day shows, though, it's a whole nother level, right? Because, we just talked about you're driving on the way and you see all these people's shoes in hand, but that's like all times a million on St. Patrick's Day. How drunk do people get on at these St. Patrick's Day shows? Like, is there anybody drunk and heckling the opener?
That's the beauty of going on last is usually they've worn themselves out by the time you get up there. And so we did have a party. It was like a bachelorette party, which literally there is no worse gathering in America. And I'm including the Klan.
Right.
There's no worse gathering in America. And so these women are sitting there, and the one woman who is the mother, who's along for the ride, is commenting on every joke, and she's standing up and she's sitting down. The bouncers keep going over, and then finally the bride, with the stupid sash on, goes, "Mom, shut the F up!" And the place went crazy,
right.
And so they throw the mom out. And the best part is, bride didn't leave. They just stayed there. They let the mom put the shoes in the hand, get at the bus stop, and go home.
I will say this, at Greg's show, there is a 22 drink minimum, which seems excessive, but it's
like
the
a
St.
lot.
Patty's Day special, so plan on drinking, and we're so excited you're here for a few reasons. We've got, in a moment, you're going to hear a lot of people on the phone that think that they are the most unlucky listener. It's all about the luck of the Irish this time of the year. We're going to turn someone's luck around, give them tickets to your show, and they get to go see Weezer the night before your show as well. So they get a Friday night and a Saturday night out on us. We'll get to that in a moment. But
are they called Weezer because the fans are so old now that they...
Because they're wheezing.
They're wheezing.
There's
right.
a huge young generation that is obsessed with Weezer
no
right now.
kidding.
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes.
I like Weezer.
They say if you've been around, we were talking to Rivers, he was in on Monday, and he said that it's weird what happens because you do see your middle-aged fans that then age up, and then you hope they sprout out, they pop out a new generation of fans. So now they can do that. But we are giving away a trip this week. It's interesting you're here because we're giving away a trip to go to Ireland to see Green Day in Dublin.
No.
And the question we have for you, which is always an interesting, is what is the biggest mistake that us rookies make when we go to your motherland?
Well, I was there this summer. I took my whole family over, my niece, my nephew, my kids. And I think the mistake is that people want to talk to you about the fact that your great-grandparents are from this town.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. It's not that they dislike Americans. They're just tired of being your ancestry DNA. They don't want to connect you with your relative.
Everyone gets off the plane holding their 23andMe and being like, I got to go to this street.
Exactly. And I think when you're just like a white European mutt, your background is so boring that you're trying to find anything interesting about yourself. I mean, my wife is one of those people who she's like 30% Irish or something, and she adopts it as a huge part of her identity.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that when you go to Ireland, it's all that. It's everyone who's 30% trying to be 100%.
Right, and I went over, and all four of my grandparents came over from Ireland, and so I did the ancestry DNA, and I'm 99% Irish.
What's the other percent?
Asian, because of the Huns.
Yeah. That's a tough way to learn that.
The Huns got around.
It's a definitely different visit.
0% consensual on that.
I would think so.
It says that in the test? That's interesting. Wow, those are very specific.
It shows resistance.
There are, there are people now that would like to join us. And Greg is going to help us judge this. He knows all about this luck of the Irish. Do you believe in that, Greg, or no? Do you think that's just
My life is a testament to a tremendous amount of luck. Very little talent, and I've crawled my way to the middle. So you do the math.
So clearly there is such a thing. If you're at least 30% Irish and 1% Asian, you can have the luck of Greg Fitzsimmons.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ. KROQ.
Greg Fitzsimmons in the studio now. He will be doing his annual St. Patty's Day show back at the Hollywood Improv. Get ready. Tickets at fitzdog.com. It's a star-studded lineup. And some names he can't even tell us. They're so top secret.
Well, they're hard to pronounce. They're Russian.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
We learned
they were
about
all
that
available.
We got the St. Patty's Day show, and right now we're going to celebrate your unluck because the Irish have stolen all of the good luck. And everyone on the phone who considers himself unlucky, we're going to turn it around because not only will you get tickets to Greg's show on Saturday night, we're also going to get you into this Weezer show on Friday, which is happening at a very small bar as they recreate their album from 30 years ago.
Yeah, so you get double lucky.
And Keanu Reeves will be there with his band Dog Star.
Oh, I love Dog Star.
So you're going to get a whole weekend planned courtesy of us, a Friday night with music, a Saturday night with laughs, and all we need to hear is why you think you are the most unlucky person listening to KROQ right now, other than the fact you're listening to KROQ right now. Robert, Greg Fitzsimmons will judge. You're on first. What do you got?
So last week I lost my wedding ring, and then just yesterday I got rear-ended by an uninsured, unlicensed motorist.
Man, I feel like that happens to Klein like every day.
Yeah, I was like, that's not unlucky. That's just a weekday for me.
Now, the missing wedding ring, could that possibly be under the table of a massage place on Ventura Boulevard?
No, it's possibly at a job site where I was digging a hole for, I'm a plumber, so I was digging a hole. So it's possibly underneath someone's house at this point.
How'd your wife handle the news?
I mean, sort of good, actually. She said, I'm still alive, I'm still here. So, I mean, the ring's replaceable, and I'm not. So, I mean, that's probably the best thing that...
And by the way, guys' wedding rings are like $20. They're nothing. The women's ones are the expensive ones.
Yeah, those are not fun to lose, and you have to insure them just in case. But
I think they threw in mine for free when I bought my... Like, I remember buying my wife's one, and I was like, oh, the engagement ring's everything. The wedding ring's nothing. That's just like leftover. But
and
of
there's
course,
like 3 choices,
yeah,
right?
she wanted it to match, though. So then I was like, I thought, whoa, where's this? And they're like, but we'll throw in yours for free. I'm like, great. Like a nothing thing.
I think the rule should be if you both get wedding rings and one of you at a certain point in the marriage can no longer slide it off your fat finger, the other person gets to leave. That's the test.
That's a good rule right there. In fact, that should be in everyone's vows. I think it's a beautiful statement right there.
Yeah, it's contractual.
All right, let's see. Sean, why are you the most unlucky person listening to KROQ right now? Hi.
Hi, I'm so unlucky. I got kicked out of my very first Green Day concert because I kissed my girlfriend.
What? Wait, so what happened? What, a security guard went up to you?
They rolled up on us and asked us to follow them, and they said, we are asking you to leave because you're being inappropriate. And I said, I mean, we were so excited to be there, so of course we were just like hugging and high-fiving and giving people pecks, and there must have been some jerky family behind me that told lies about us.
Dude.
And we just were so sad. We were bawling.
I've seen a lot.
Green Day would have loved that, too.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of porn where they, this fake security brings the hot women in the back room and yells at them.
And
and
it's
stuff.
like, you have to include me or you're
they have to
out.
be punished. Yeah, you sure that wasn't one of those things? Because I'm just saying, that exists.
Yeah,
All right.
that's why I hate that Green Day gets called punk rock. They are not punk rock.
Right. Well, I guess when Dookie launched, it was considered.
It was punk
But
rock
it's
back
pop.
then.
But it's pop punk because if you think about it, anything that gets consumed by the masses, like you would go.
Once it becomes popular, yeah.
Right. Let's say hi to Brian. Brian, why are you the least lucky person listening right now?
Well, let's see. I'm lucky because today I stepped on cat poop in front of my yard, which I would prefer dog poop because it would smell better than cat poop.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to work late, and I had a meeting, so I had to change my shoes again. Oh, my God.
You want to open for Greg, would you like to bring this guy on stage maybe to open up your show? On
Only if he gets some new shoes.
Oh, my God.
What was the meeting about at work?
I mean...
Is it going on right now?
Yeah, I think it's happening as we speak. Go ahead. This guy's about to get fired on top of
They're
everything
like,
else.
this guy has cat crap on his shoe. I can smell it. It's so disgusting.
Can you smell it through the phone? Oh, God.
All right, thank you. That's Brian. All right, let's say hi to Scott. He thinks he's unlucky as well. Luck of the Irish. We're talking about unluck, turning unluck into luck. Someone's going to go see Greg Fitzsimmons, all of his funny friends telling jokes on Saturday night. Hollywood Improv tickets at fitzdog.com, and we'll give you Weezer access Friday night, intimate show happening at the Lodge Room in Highland Park. Go ahead, Scott.
All right. Well, years ago, I was working for a company, and I got invited to go to the Barcelona Olympics, all expenses paid, staying on a cruise ship in the harbor, everything just amazing. A week in, it was amazing. And then our client fired the company, and I got laid off, and they took away my trip.
Oh,
so no
man.
Olympics ever. Yeah,
It's like it sucks because it's like a free thing that you weren't expecting, but then when they take away the free thing, it feels like you paid for it.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Tiffany, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Tiffany.
Well,
people aren't.
Tiffany just got pulled over as we were speaking.
did?
And I think, I was going to talk to her and the officer, who apparently is a fan of Greg Fitzsimmons, the officer that pulled her over. You could have gotten her out of that ticket, and then we lost her.
Man, what a bummer.
We go to Javier. That is really sad. Now she blew that opportunity, too. Her day just got way worse. Javier, you're on with Greg Fitzsimmons, celebrating your unlock. What's up?
Ever since I bought my first Tesla, I've been into 6 accidents, and it's not been my fault.
You got a Tesla, and you've been in 6 car accidents?
Did you just get
Somehow I'm
7. The number's adding up.
I feel like that's a good record for a Tesla.
Well,
6
because you
accidents?
can't hear him coming.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
It's like a leopard.
It sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
But also, when, like, Klein, you've been in a lot of car accidents, too.
Yeah.
And you do the whole, like, oh, but none of them were my fault. But
No,
I
they
think when
weren't.
you've been in enough of them, they are your fault.
Well, they did
Like,
just
even
jack-
when they're not your fault, they're your fault.
Yeah, they jacked my insurance rate up because I've been in 3 accidents this year. And I
Yeah.
said, but none of them were my fault. All times I got rear-ended by other people.
I know, but
Yeah.
you still must be doing something.
I'm sitting at a red light. What am I doing?
That's not just unluckiness. That's you.
My daughter, who is famously unlucky, which is to say she's a really badly behaved kid growing up, and one of her report cards said, while JoJo is not always the cause of the trouble, where there's trouble, there's JoJo.
Yeah. That's beautifully said right there. The nicest way a teacher can say that.
That's beautiful.
Trinity, we give you the final word. We're going to have to make a decision right now. Why are you incredibly unlucky?
All right. So for 7 years, I've been undiagnosed, and recently I was diagnosed with 2 rare medical conditions, both of which affect less than 1% of the population.
Whoa.
And
Your name's Trinity, so the next one's coming.
Yeah, you're right, Klein.
Get ready for that.
Have you tried cranberry juice?
And then I have an autoimmune disorder and anemia.
Uh-huh. That's unlucky. What,
Yeah.
How rare these affect less than 1% of the population? What are they called? Do they have names?
Yes, the first one is MALS, median arcuate ligament syndrome. It's a compression of the celiac artery.
Ooh.
And then the other one is called
Delicious.
May-Thurner syndrome, which is a compression of the iliac artery on the leg, which causes leg swelling and extreme pain.
Oh, man. And having to explain those things to people, too.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you have what?
Are you wearing braces? Are you on crutches or anything?
I have to get a couple surgeries done, yeah.
God, I'm sure those aren't covered.
No, definitely not that 1% stuff. The
Yeah,
insurance is like,
forget
sorry.
it.
Taylor, go ahead. Greg Fitzsimmons is here. We will make a
We
decision.
just hang up on that lady.
All right, well, next.
She was
That
a little,
was-
that was a little
that was
sad.
too dark.
Yeah, There's nothing we can do to help her out. What's
We
up,
already
Taylor?
suggested the cranberry juice.
Yeah. Well, you gave her medical advice for free, Greg. Go ahead, Taylor.
Hi, I'm unlucky because my grandmother got a curse when she left her country in Eastern Europe, Latvia, when she was a little girl during World War II, and they cursed her for leaving, and I think that's really affected me. In fact, I tried buying the tickets for this Weezer concert, but I was too late by a few seconds, and I feel it's affected me.
Wow, so you feel like your whole life you've been unlucky because of this curse?
I do.
Was she number one prostitute in Latvia?
I
Greg
hope
knows.
not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man.
That curse is called chlamydia, my friend. All right. Well, Greg, you've heard a lot of stories.
Yeah.
Someone's going to go from unlucky to lucky, and you get the power to make that decision.
I got to say the Barcelona one because I just feel like, you know, it is true. When you get something free and then it's taken away, that's like, I mean, with a prostitute, when it ends, it ends.
It ends.
The meters expire.
Right.
But when you're dating someone and you're getting free sex
Yeah.
And then
they break up with you, that hurts way more.
Yeah, and you do feel like it was a targeted thing, you know, like, why me?
Hey,
Yeah.
Scott.
Like, that's where the unlucky thing
Scott,
comes
Greg
in.
Fitzsimmons has picked you of all of the sad stories we just heard. Unlucky people. You now will not only get your Friday night with Weezer at an intimate little show, you will also get your Saturday night with Greg Fitzsimmons at the Hollywood Improv.
That is awesome. It begins to take away the sting from losing the trip.
And now we're going to take that prize away.
Oh, no.
The world famous KROQ.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
This is KROQ. We're Klein Alley Show. Let's find out what's going on in the world with your ADD News. Greg Fitzsimmons in the studio as well. He'll be at the Improv on Saturday for the annual St. Paddy's Day show. Tickets, fitzdog.com, and get your merch while you're there. And now, your news. Nope, hold on. That's not it. Hold on.
Wow, I'm being played off.
Allie's being played off. Here is your news. Hold on. It should be this one. Why is that thing not working? Here we go.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. News you need. Maybe.
All right, so Easter is coming earlier this year, and Easter has been changing over the years in various ways. For one, they say that the Easter Bunny is getting more and more aggressive every year. So the pressure to take pictures with the Easter Bunny, the long lines at the malls, stuff like that. Also, the pressure to give better and better presents is getting more aggressive every year. So that's kind of turning into Christmas more and more. But another change that they want, well, PETA wants, is a change to the Easter egg hunt.
You hear this, Greg?
No.
What do you think PETA wants to replace the eggs with, if you had to guess?
In vitro fertilization.
That's it. You got it.
Actual embryos.
They want real human embryos.
And when you find them, you can't eat them. You can't destroy them.
You can't even see them.
Yeah.
You have to implant them immediately.
They've urged the White House to replace eggs with potatoes. And as an Irish guy, Greg, I feel like that would offend you because has no one remembered the potato famine? I mean, it's not like there's a million of those around.
Well, and good luck finding them. They grow underground. These kids are going to have shovels this year.
Every kid's got carpal tunnel. They found a potato.
Keep digging. There's another one.
They open it up. It's just full of potato. Not any actual candy.
This is just more potato.
I mean, they really. I get what PETA's about, and I'm not anti the. In theory, I like the whole concept. Be nice to animals. I'm a big fan of that.
But also, don't they use plastic? Doesn't everyone use plastic Easter eggs?
I know, but they're all about they become
ones?
fun suckers. Let's just suck any fun out of anything and find a way to make it tragic. And potato. I mean, it's just I can't wait. I'm going to tell my kids tonight we're not doing Easter egg hunt. We're doing potatoes.
But also with PETA, I know and I understand they want to respect animals and stuff. But aren't they laying the eggs anyway?
Yeah,
they're laying the eggs, and they're just going to go to waste. It's not like it's the eagle egg that everyone's waiting to hatch, and there's something in there.
Right.
So who cares?
But they don't like the idea of chickens being kept in chicken coops anyway. That even the concept of a chicken is
right.
PETA's
But when you
not
boil
into.
it down, the egg
Don't
is
say
being.
boil it down.
Don't say boil it down.
Freak out.
When you fry it up.
All right. It is now 2024, and there are many studies about how humans are changing. We already talked earlier today about how we're all going to be growing hunches from our cell phone use. But on top of that, human nature is changing, and we are all getting gayer. According to a new study, we are gayer than ever, and 22% of Gen Z now identifies as LGBT, which is twice the percentage it was 7 years ago.
Well, 33% in this studio are, so that's
there you go.
High.
That is high.
Yeah. And do some math. Hold on. Is Greg making a derogatory comment against me?
He's saying you're gay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But
it's the shirt, isn't it, Greg? I knew it.
Women specifically are getting gayer. 30% of Gen Z women now identify as LGBT, and if you think about it, you open yourself up, and it's not even just saying I'm pan, I'm bisexual, I'm just not straight. That's the new identity. Is I don't know. All I know is I'm not straight. I'm open. Let's just see what happens because you're double, tripling, quadrupling your chances by having everybody in the dating pool.
But isn't the idea that younger people might be identified more this way just indicative? Like when I was 19, 20 years old, I was open to it. Like if the right situation had come up, I would have.
You would have done it? You're making a gesture with your hand.
I would have done it.
Like if you were up for the right part on a TV show, you would have serviced someone?
It was a callback.
It was a callback.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
No, I just think that it's
You think back then maybe there just wasn't as much acceptance around that thought.
I think that people think about it, but they don't act on it as much back then. And maybe they're I think it's fantastic. Why not? Mm-hmm. What's the big deal?
Let's all get gayer. And then a couple new food inventions to discuss, one in the chip world and one in the fruit world. Back to gayness. In the chip world, Hormel is testing out a new perforated chip for double dipping. So instead of just looking like a regular tortilla chip, it would have like a perforated edge so that you could split it in half and you could get two dips out of the same chip without having to bite and then double dip it.
Whichever expert decided of all the world's problems, that's the one that they were going to focus on.
Just at every party, they're like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Klein idea.
Have we not created this?
Yeah, I did see it, and I was like, I should have thought of that. But also, I mean, unless you really have really bad upper body strength, can't you?
You can break it, but sometimes it crumbles.
You break most chips in half?
Sometimes you can't break it properly in half.
You're not going to get an even one. I mean, I think when look, dip is for people that are stoned at a party, and you want uniformity. You become a little OCD.
Yeah, it's true. And then the other invention is Del Monte is creating a new smaller pineapple for single people. Because if you think about it,
so sad.
It's like
saddest sentence
it's like
ever.
a pineapple is it's huge.
Right.
You have to feed a few people with it over time. Or otherwise, you're just eating so much pineapple at once. So this is a new 1 to 2 pound small pineapple that a single person can handle.
For that
in a
woman
day
at the
or two.
grocery store who's buying the 1 tin of cat food and the lean cuisine, now she can add a tiny
Vanessa
pineapple.
said she's a fan.
Yeah.
It comes with a vibrator.
Yeah.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
If you play the pineapple right, actually, it could work.
Yeah, just turn it around. There you go. Fitzdog.com. Get your tickets. Greg, always good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for
If you'd
having
like
me
to go
on.
visit Greg's homeland, caller 20. We're looking for you. We will get you on that standby list so you can see Green Day in Ireland, Dublin, Ireland.
The world famous KROQ. Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Okay, here we go. Let's give away some tickets right now. You, Dublin, Ireland, Green Day, KROQ World Tour 2024. At the very least, if we pick up your call in a second, your caller 20, you will get yourself tickets to see Green Day at their SoFi Stadium show happening on September 14th. But, Allie, best case scenario, we call someone back Monday morning, 7 a.m., and give them the great news. Pack your bags. You're off to Ireland.
Pack your patience, pack your bags.
And as Greg Fitzsimmons just said, enjoy Ireland, but don't go up to any old people and tell them that you think you're related, because they don't care. That was good advice from an actual Irishman.
Yeah. He was telling us about driving through the Irish countryside, too. Which
Oh, yeah.
seemed very fun, but very complicated.
Yeah, good luck renting an automatic. You're going to be driving stick over there.
Yeah. Stick on the left side.
Amanda?
Yes?
You are caller 20.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Let it all out.
Go through the process. Stay with it.
Oh, my God. You guys will go see Green Day.
You will see Green Day 100% here
Oh, my God.
on September 14th at SoFi. Those tickets are yours. And hopefully,
Oh, my God. Thank you.
hopefully we call you back and tell you you're packing your bags because you could see them
Oh,
again
my God. That would be amazing.
in Ireland. Yeah, it would be. Thanks for starting your day with us at KROQ, and hold on.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's going through it right now. You crying, Amanda?
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's always a good day.
No, she's emotional. She's not a bit. Don't listen to
No,
that.
Omar's right. She's a bitch.
Omar didn't say that. That was a caller. This hour on the show, we got more lift tickets if you'd like to join us for Klein Alley Snow Ditch Day.
More like bitch day.
She's a bitch. We'll do that. And Allie's hot sister has some big news.
Yeah.
We have not had Allie's hot sister on with us in some time, and she's everyone's favorite member of Allie's family. And you know, I love your mom, the throat goat, but your sister, the hot one,
She's the universal favorite.
she is the universal favorite. And Allie's hot sister joining us in a moment with big news. How will this affect Allie? Probably negatively. I can only imagine. So we'll do that all and more after AFI right here on KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. The world famous KROQ. KROQ.
It's always exciting when Allie's hot sister does join us on the show, and apparently she's on the extra hotline right now. It's an even hotter line because she's on it. That's right, we have it.
She's Allie's sister, and she's hot, related to Allie, but Allie's not. They have the same mom, but a different mister. Here she is, it's Allie's hot sister. Hot.
Hey, Allie's hot sister, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Allie says you have big, exciting news to share.
Yes, I got laid off from my job.
Wow. Look, you know, this is finally my comfort zone, Klein. I've been fired from a lot of different jobs. And Lauren, have you been fired from any job before now?
No, she wasn't fired. She was laid off. It's different.
Yeah, not fired, but I have been laid. This is the second time I've been laid off.
Oh, really? Well, wait, the first time you got laid off, you found an even better job after that, right?
Kind of. I got laid off from Apple, so that sucked a lot. And then, but I went to another good company, but that one was,
You seem like
that one wasn't great.
You seem like you have a positive attitude, though. Did you get some sort of a sweet severance situation? Because the way it usually works is when things go bad for Allie, like when we lost our job and we've been fired from radio stations, they basically say, this will be your last day, this will be your last paycheck,
They
get a
wouldn't
box.
even let us in the building to get our
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
we couldn't even get our stuff. They
Our
said,
scan cards
They
wouldn't
said,
work.
right, your stuff is our stuff now. Do you have a similar thing or no?
No, they're giving me severance. I'm basically like working through the end of the month, and then they're giving me severance through April.
That sounds nice.
I get 2 months, and then like I'm eligible to collect unemployment if I need to.
God. You know, Lauren, you should just transition to online, like social media. I bet you, if you really like worked at it, you probably wouldn't even need to work at it. You could develop a huge following and probably get tons of money on Instagram and
Allie
TikTok.
is suggesting you join OnlyFans, which I think is a weird suggestion from your sister.
I don't think I would do OnlyFans. I would sell feet pics, though.
Really?
I'm in.
I think I would.
Allie tried to sell feet pics, and let me tell you, she got $0.00.
I even sent a free video to a guy.
She sent a free video to a guy, and he said, "This is moving too quickly. I want out of the arrangement." I'm not even kidding. And the video is her stepping on Legos, and it's real weird and creepy. I'm telling you, you would crush the foot game.
Allie's Hot Sister's available on IG.
It is?
Yeah, at Allie's Hot Sister. You can do it right now.
You can grab that name before it's gone.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Do you think that you will do a career change, Lauren? I mean, I think last time you were looking for a job, there were like real estate agents offering to hire you even though you had no experience in that field.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go back to work, to be honest.
Her life's getting better.
What do you mean?
This is the best. I think Allie wanted to rub this in your face. I think this was some sort of a sibling rivalry thing where she's like, let's go ahead and let my sister come on so I can tell everyone she didn't have a jab and I do. And somehow you're turning this around now into a positive for you and a negative for Allie, which is how it always goes when we have you on.
Wait, what do you mean you're not going to work anymore?
She won the lottery, the mega.
Well, I'm just going to, take the opportunity to, do things that I love doing. Like, I want to learn how to cook, and I'm going to travel. I'm probably going to go to Costa Rica with my dad in May.
Oh.
That's not Allie's dad? That's not Allie's dad, right?
No,
my dad doesn't go anywhere.
Never dad.
So your dad even takes you to Costa Rica.
My dad wouldn't even take my phone call yesterday.
And Allie's dad would not answer her call during the Showtime podcast.
He got back to me at around 3 or 4 p.m.
Oh, that's great.
So you're just going to take the opportunity for travel and leisure?
Yes. And yes. For now, yeah.
God damn. Aren't you jealous? You wanted to...
But here's the thing. When you have lucky girl syndrome like my sister does, that's the way you think. You're not like, oh, my God, I have to find another job. That would be my first thought is I need to find another job by the end of April because that's when my pay ends.
Right.
And I wouldn't think to myself, well... Why don't I take this opportunity to go to Costa Rica and travel and just see what happens? Because for me, nothing would happen.
She's laughing because she knows it's true. All right, well, I look forward to seeing your feet.
Well, congratulations.
Feet in Costa Rica also available right now if you want to grab that domain. And we love it when you... I'm sorry you got laid off, but I have a feeling it's going to end great for you.
Yeah, it's okay, really. I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
okay.
She seems happier laid off than you do, Allie, with a job. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Once again, it's always nice to hear from
great.
Allie's hot sis. Allie's so mad right now.
Well, and also, I think her husband makes enough to just, you could probably just never work again and be fine.
Yeah, I might help him here and there with some administrative things.
Oh my God!
She's Allie's sister.
What a situation!
She's
what I feel up to
related to Allie.
Administrative stuff.
They have the same mom, but a different mister. Here she is. It's Allie's hot sister. Hot.
Right.
Well, maybe I can come visit sometime.
You win this round. You win this round yet again.
All right, love you, Lauren.
Oh, she's hung up.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
World premiere some new music coming up later this hour. I think. I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel bad bearing it at the end of the show, Allie, because you got in the studio with your very own neighbor, real life neighbor, Ray Humperdinck or whatever, and he actually laid down, wrote a real song. And Omar, have you heard the song yet, or has anyone actually heard the song?
I have not. I'm excited to hear it. I think K-Dub might hear this and put it on regular rotation here at KROQ.
Why don't we wait and do a music meeting with K-Dub?
Oh, you want to go in? When is the next music meeting that happens where they all sit around and listen to songs?
The one where Gwen Stefani brought cookies.
The same. Yeah, and Allie can bring cookies and say, "Here's my new song I did with my neighbor."
I'll bring store-bought dollar store cookies
in Agora Hills. I mean, Allie claims this is not a funny. This isn't like when people write songs about Jake's boobs and stuff like that, or they write make songs.
No, this is a legitimate song that Ray wrote, and he had me in mind when writing it, and he wanted us to do a duet together, and he rented a studio and everything, and this is a legitimate studio. The guy does it in his backyard, and they had laid down the tracks already with some really talented musicians that do sessions on a regular basis. And we worked out some harmonies, and it was a whole afternoon yesterday.
I mean, this is just a sample of it. We'll get to it later, but
If you wanna go and take a ride with me.
That was not the song. It's called "Give Me Your Love."
that is a literal smash. That was the last song Allie did. It was a bunch of songs after she fell off her bicycle.
Yeah,
and they were good. I mean, it's gonna be tough for you to top that.
People were already asking, when am I available for another session? Because I can't believe you've never done this before, and oh my gosh, you're such a singer.
So, are we world premiering it today on KROQ? We promised we were going to do that. But
yeah, I mean, I guess we can. I feel
that's the confidence I'm looking for.
I feel like it really needs Power Hour status. But
you think we should put it in the sweet spot of the show? Move it till tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to let this next person we pick up decide whether or not we play the song or not.
Okay, well, they're not going to care.
They may. Hey, Andy, you're on KROQ. Hi.
Hey, hello.
Would you like
play
us?
The song.
You said play the song. Andy said the people want the song, Allie.
All right, let's disappoint him now. Go on.
All right, Andy, we're going to play the song. This is Allie. It's a world premiere song.
It's a long song. You don't have to play the whole thing.
Andy, hang
tight. Is there a
tight.
story behind it? Do you want to set this up? I mean...
yeah, sure. Here's the story. Let's see. Ray emailed me.
You're very enthusiastic about this song.
I don't understand. Allie, I thought
you were all hyped on it this morning. Now it's changed. Something's changed.
You've lost interest in the song.
No, I haven't lost interest. I think that you guys are not going to like it.
Why do you say that?
Sucks.
No, I think
you
it's
said
good.
Your wife listened to it like 20 or 30 times last night.
She was laughing.
She was listening on the way dropping off Wesley to school today. She has a video of him dancing to it. I mean, she even texted me this morning. She said, "Good morning, superstar." I mean, she's very, very into it.
Definitely a wrong number text. So we met Allie's neighbor, Ray Heppenstolz.
Mm-hmm. That was
because he was releasing music on the Nextdoor neighborhood app, and these were some of the songs he was releasing, and they were not great.
I'm playing on the Klein now the show.
Oh no, wait a minute! That's a song he did about us. That was also not great.
No. I'll play some of his original songs.
This is some of the original Ray music. We found this guy. He was trying to save his neighborhood by releasing songs on the Nextdoor app, which is an interesting place to go for music.
Yeah, it is.
He was mad that all the neighbors were leaving on their sprinkler systems, and so he wrote a song.
What you gonna do? The crops are gone. Gonna be
hungry.
He was all so
you can't eat your Monday.
So his idea was, let's release music to let the neighbors know how we feel. So he wrote a song about that. Then he wrote another song. I forget what the other one was. We were playing his songs during Meet the Neighbors. And somehow, Allie reached out, or someone reached out and said, "Hey, they're playing your music on KROQ." The guy got all excited, even though we were kind of mocking the songs.
And then he wrote a song for us.
And then he wrote our official theme song for Meet the Neighbors. And then he wrote a song about our show, which is which is not a great song either, but we love it because
I think it's good.
It's a great song.
Which one are we talking about?
Both of them. I think everything this guy does is good for that genre and that sound that he's going for.
I think he's talented.
So this is the one he wrote about our show.
Sometimes I need a good reason to get out of bed. Got sleep in my eyes, clouds in my head. I need a shot of something to make my motor go.
He had backup singers for this one.
Yeah, he did.
So I turn on the Klein and Alley show.
You gotta post a video of this one because them recording this in that little room they were in was hilarious.
It's great.
Give me some Klein and Alley show. Get your motor running with the Klein and Alley show.
Definitely on genre.
I said, get your motor running with the Klein and Alley show.
So we appreciate this guy, and he reached out to Allie, And in a moment, we will world premiere a song they did together.
Klein.
Alley.
Show. KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. K-Rock.
World premiere music time. Think about all the great songs you heard for the very first time right here on KROQ. So many artists, so many bands. Maybe you won the tickets to see Green Day, or you'll have another chance coming up. Maybe you won those Weezer tickets. We'll have another pair to give you tomorrow to go to their intimate bar show happening tomorrow night in Highland Park. There's so many bands, songs, you were like, yep, I was on 106.7, heard it for the first time. This is one of those moments.
All right. Just play it and get it over with. It's an emotional song, okay? And I know it's going to be made fun of by you, so just get it over with.
I want nothing more than for this to be great.
No, that's not true. You want it to be a train wreck.
Yes. This is Allie.
This is, by the way, what Ray Heffenstall pitched to me at our holiday hang at Sagebrush. When he came to our event, he said, hey, by the way, I have an idea for a duet. I'll hit you up. And I said, okay, great.
Does he even know you can sing?
No.
Oh.
Which I thought was odd, that he was asking me to be in a duet when he really didn't know anything about
What is the genre of the song we're going to hear?
I would say this is still in the classic
Gangsta
rock.
rap?
No, this is the classic rock genre, I would think.
That is his genre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the same vein as it's Ray's vibe.
Does the song have a name? Is it this one, Don't Play, Not Good?
No, it's called Gimme Your Love.
Oh, boy. And he wrote it?
He wrote it, yes.
And you performed on it?
Yes, and there is a reference to us going down under together, which was weird.
Whoa.
Australia or oral?
I'm not sure.
Was he giving you vibes when you guys were recording the sesh?
His vision seems like it's gone, so I could see why he would
seems like he's always making eye contact, but I'm not sure if he can see.
Right.
Okay.
Well, this guy is like a world. I mean, his whole life he's been making music. He's an older dude for sure.
He loves it. He says he's passionate about it, and it's just something that he does, to uplift him, and he thinks it gives him a good sense of community because he does it with different collaborators and stuff like that. And he's somebody who always wants to ride.
This is Allie and Ray Hepatitis. They're singing together. This is called the Oral Sex Anthem.
No.
It's a world premiere on KROQ.
It's called Give Me Your Love.
Give Me Your Love.
It's got a long intro.
Oh, Jesus. Really? How long's the ramp here?
Here we go.
So long I've been waiting, girl, I've been anticipating for the day you'd come my way. Now you're here and I got to say, you're my adrenaline, you're my fire. Girl, you make me want to reach up higher. No star is too far. Spread your wings as we reach up for the sky. Give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love. I see the lightning, feel the thunder. Girl, it's time for us to go down under. I got you, and you got me. Let's get together and make some memories. Give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love. I got a shoulder you can lean on. When times get bad, don't be sad. Right here by your side. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What is that instrument?
True love's so hard to find. When you get it, got to hold on tight. I got you, and you got me. Let's get together and make some memories. Give me your love, give me your love.
All right.
Give me your love, give me
I'm
your
out.
love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love.
There's one more chorus.
Give me your love.
There can't be more. There can't be more. How do I stop it?
Give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love, girl. Now give me your love, give me your love.
818 said, is this the Mamas and the Poopas?
Maybe Johnny could play that on his show at 3 a.m.
Well, what did you think?
Let's give that to Johnny. I want to give it to Miles.
Hey, come on, we spent some time on this. Now, what do you think?
You want my honest opinion, Allie?
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's a terrible song.
It's not terrible, Allie. You did great.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Vanessa, do not give her false encouragement. You did great,
Allie.
This is not Allie's musical theater 101 class where they have to say nice things to her so she doesn't quit.
626, this Ray Falafel Knuckle song is straight fire.
It's not.
I'm dedicating the song to my wife. Now my date night is canceled. Omar, what did you think?
He's gone. I think he left for the
Omar?
day. I think Omar's really gone. I'm not
Really?
even kidding. I think he got up and left.
No.
I swear to you. I think
Ray
he's
Winehouse
gone.
said, give me your love if you're ready for the weekend. Maybe we can do some kind of a mashup.
No. Get on some real music quick so we forget what we just heard.
Klein, the world, Alley, famous show.
KROQ. Klein, Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ.
Enough with the sad song. Are they talking about this one from Blink or the one that we just heard? I don't know. You got to be more specific.
Look, there's a lot of reaction.
A lot of reaction. At least people reacted. That's all that matters. Not all good. It was in that. I was trying to say that song Allie just world premiered for us. She did with her neighbor. And we're going to get out of here with some takeaways in a moment. If you got them, text them in 800-520-1067. I listened to that song. And everyone's reminded of something different. I could see that song, Allie, in a dumpster somewhere. I really could. I could see it. Hey, Ivan, first reaction after hearing Allie's world premiere new song she did with her neighbor.
I got a flashback of Dewey Cox, the movie. If you guys remember Dewey Cox, the movie, it just hit me. Like,
Walk Hard. You're talking about the movie Walk Hard.
Yeah, there you go. Walk Hard. That movie just reminded me. The minute I heard her sing, it was like I got a flashback. That's it.
So it's like a not too bad but not too great parody version of something better?
Yeah, that's what we're getting. Yeah.
You know what? I'll take that. That's actually great. That's better than I expected.
Omar and I kind of are both in a place where we're like, it's
Just
not,
general confusion of not how to.
It's
you don't
not
know
funny,
how to feel.
but it's not terrible, so it's just
Right.
kind of there.
Yeah.
And both of you guys are pretty good on it. It's pretty well produced.
Yeah.
But it's just there.
But I would. But the idea that you had to sit in a man's garage, one of your neighbors that you met because of this dumb show, and then sing a romance song about going down on each other.
Yeah, well,
That's
together
funny.
we can go down under.
Yeah, that's funny to me. Like that part of it is funny.
I've got you and you've got me. Let's get together and make some memories.
Is there a music video?
That's what I asked. I said, are we going to do a music video? And he seemed open to the idea.
Oh, we got to do a sexy car wash video.
Yes.
That's
Please
the answer.
do.
All right, takeaways. We got to get out of here. Takeaways today's show. What do we got?
Gosh, let's see. Hold on. I got to get over to the text line. 818, my takeaway is Taylor Swift is a homewrecker.
Yes, ruining my marriage.
213, my takeaway is Allie breaks every law on the way to work in the morning.
Yep.
And 818, my takeaway is China is closing down the chocolate factory.
Yeah. Goodbye, chocolate factory. It's coming to an end. Good run while it lasted. What is your takeaway, Jake the Nerd?
Give me your gun, end it.
That's a good song. I like that spin-off. What's your takeaway, Omar?
I forgot because I'm in shock of that song.
I get it. Yeah, we really thought you left for the day.
Yeah, dude.
Allie, you got a takeaway?
My takeaway is, I'm going to steal 626's, which is where there's trouble, there's JoJo.
Where there's trouble, there's JoJo. Thank you, Greg Fitzsimmons, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the show. Hopefully, if you didn't win yourself tickets to see Green Day or Weezer, you'll have another shot with us tomorrow. And tomorrow's the day. Ditch Day's finally here. Last chance lift tickets with us tomorrow morning right here on KROQ. Allie, why don't you play us out with that new song?
626 said I sound like Cyndi Lauper, but more like Cindy Lopsided. And somebody else said I sound like Fatsy Klein.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.